Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Mehcast Reacts Death Battle Volume 17.
17?
That's a lot of
17.
volumes. Man, we're becoming a modern day manga.
Oh, geez, Rick, that's higher than your life sentence.
You should go check out the amount of Mehcasts and Mevies we've done.
But
yeah, today, this stuff.
But yeah, today we are doing Crash versus Spyro and doing more other Death Battle episodes as decided by the Wheel
of Fortune.
Crash versus Spyro? I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah, Crash versus Spyro. It's a good episode. You didn't know?
Yeah,
okay,
no,
this is gonna be a
come
fun
on.
one.
PlayStation 1 mascots against each other. This match had to happen. Come on.
This is gonna be a good one.
Are you sure about that?
All-Stars.
Yeah.
If this isn't a good one, I demand my money back.
One of the biggest battlegrounds the world had ever seen.
But a Super Scope is not one of them.
Nintendo and Sega's mascots were left in a merciless duel over the gaming throne. But when the smoke cleared, a surprise third challenger was rising to the top.
Hey, Mama Boy.
And it didn't have just one mascot.
This is the one we landed on last week.
Yes, it is.
The mutated marsupial.
It's
Love the end thing. I really do.
Cash Banuka versus Spyro the Dragon.
Voiced by SpongeBob.
And it's our job.
By the way, are you familiar with Cat Icarus?
A mascot battle.
Listen, I admire another
Me labs.
Pinky and the brain. The pinky and the brain.
So we have Cash Banuka, Cash Banuka 2, and Cash Banuka 2 Gringotts Steakhouse, and then we have Cash Banuka 3 Cash Banuka 3
the opening of
Wrapped.
A bandicoot. A what? You're making that up. It's a real animal. Look. Oh, hey,
cute.
Cute. How's that little thing gonna take over the world? With the
Evolve
Array, Cortex did successfully mutate it into a powerful beast.
Lex Lang as Cortex steals the show in the Insane Trilogy and in Crash 4.
Yeah, he does.
Granted, Clancy Brown is still...
Sonic, but I'm close enough.
He's Sonic's ass game.
Sonic ass game, yes. So essentially, Crash Bandicoot is Sonic's ass.
Yes.
Like
not exactly the best in Mario, honestly. I will say the Crash Bandicoot games, the original trilogy, are great.
Dear God!
Like an Energizer bunny of pain. Crash can double jump in midair, slide incredible distance.
By the way,
Crash Dash to boost.
in the
Crash Dash, that's just like running.
From
Crash
of the Titans to the Insane Trilogy, Crash was voiced by Jess Harnell.
But his favorite move is the Cyclone.
The Cyclone, Cyclone.
For the death tornado technique.
So,
this can leave him dizzy and prone to counter.
confession
I've actually tried doing that in real life as a kid.
What were you saying, Alex?
Who hasn't?
Confession time, and I
What's
think you
up,
guys have probably already heard this
I
at
know.
least once. I've
Let's
never
not
played a Crash
worry
Bandicoot
about the
game
voluptuousness of
except
Tana.
for the,
All right, let's not worry about that.
Hang on, Alex. What were you saying?
You never played a Crash Bandicoot game?
Except for Crash Bandicoot's Big Adventure on the Game Boy Advance.
Oh dear. Yeah, we definitely need to include a Crash Bandicoot race on there. Or now that Gizmo mentioned it.
I mean, I would be
but-
willing to join that. As someone who's not really well versed in Crash Bandicoot, I'd be willing to join that. I'd buy the game on PC just for that.
Yeah, just like
I have
record.
Crash 4 for the PC.
Just kind of like record your own end of the game.
That'd be great. Like a Crash 1, 2, 3, or 4 race. That'd be great. Maybe not 4.
Look at
because
that.
game's actually pretty long.
You told me I lost that month because my time travel wristwatch finally worked.
Nah.
Well, where's Crash getting all this cool tech?
Why did you use a splooge gun?
That was
That
for instance, because they were talking about the Wampa fruit cannon.
Really dumb. He just lacks communication skills. He actually shows many symptoms of autism.
Autistic Crash, baby!
What the fuck? No, you can't. No, you can't just put that in there.
As someone who's autistic, I approve of this wholeheartedly. I
can't say you consider yourself
weird.
a mute
As a
idiot
proud-
bandicoot.
as
Alright,
a
that's not a
proud
good look.
as a proud member of the autistic community,
Is
we
that from
accept
one of the
Crash.
Game Boy Advance?
You can't just go say you're like a mute idiotic
From the,
bandicoot.
Crash
That's
of the
not a
Titan.
good look on Sideway. That's not a good look.
That's from Mind Over Mutant.
Mind Over Mutant had amazing cutscenes.
Crash, like, Death Battle.
I
Destroying
don't like-
Autists since 2000, whenever this episode came out.
15, I think.
You know, I really
Oh, wait,
kinda
no, that's
don't
not right.
like the weird tribal tattoos and then them trying to make him look all primal and shit.
Yeah, I wasn't keen on it either, but his Crash is supposed to be silly.
Am I the only person who thinks the new Crash Bandicoot design that they used in, like, Clash of the Titans actually looked pretty cool?
Oh, it was
Well,
alright.
I kind of like it, but I
It was
think
meh.
it's a little bit better with 90%.
Oh god, it's Crunch.
Oh, Crunch.
Crash Bandicoot
cool.
looked pretty cool in the new version, honestly.
I liked him.
By the way, I still prefer when Crunch was voiced by Captain Gantu.
Yeah, who doesn't, though?
Damn.
Who really doesn't?
Look
Like
at the
Rapid
math!
Vortex, yeah.
Math! It's math! Woo!
Wait, manga! Oh, God,
Oh, oh.
Why did that polar bear look like Brian Griffin?
Look at that.
That's optional. That's not, that's not a durability feat. That's something that you could.
No,
It's
alright. It's something that can happen in the game.
Yeah,
so you gotta give
they
me
do
credit for
show
that. It's
something.
something that
Like
can
this,
happen.
like this. Look at that.
This actually makes sense.
Given their size, could potentially level a city block.
Dog damn!
With the help of Aku Aku, he even survived a crash landing from outer space. What the heck is up with his hair? This vessel was likely falling at 17,500 miles per hour, similar to the space shuttle's typical re-entry.
Why does he have fuzzy dice?
Don't question
Because who
it.
doesn't?
That's the question you're asking?
Yes.
It's a spaceship. Who doesn't have spaceship dice?
Many
Han Solo
people.
has spaceship dice. They were a famous plot point in two movies, funnily enough.
What?
Oh, God!
Dumbass.
Yeah. So, fun fact.
Ice.
That's
so,
a bean.
fun fact. Han Solo's
Twin
space
Sandy
dice.
Crush looks pretty cool.
That was
honestly.
from
It's like
the Crash Bandicoot game on GameCube.
yeah, Twin
So, fun
Sandy.
fact.
That's actually from the
Solo's pretty
PSP racing game.
Yeah. So, Han
Pancakes!
Solo's space dice.
Not funny. Not funny. Not funny. Not funny. Not funny.
Come on.
Han Solo's space dice aren't funny. But still about that.
Again, I don't mind New Crush. I think he looks cool. Anyways, back to the Purple Dragon.
The tattoos are not really doing
Back to the
anything.
Purple Dragon, who
yeah,
may or may not have been played by Elisha
I
Wood.
understand that some people might have like an issue with them.
Dark Master Malifaux learned of this. He swore to
Yeah, I'll get you a little snack. I'll be right back.
I won't lie.
By
the
this
way-
is a really, really
No, listen,
lame
listen.
D&D
This is
campaign.
important. This is
You know,
important.
Yeah,
They're
no,
using
honestly,
Legend of
like,
Spyro. Remember that.
I can't wait for Spyro the Dragon to join my D&D party. I really can't. You know, yeah, I legitimately expect that to happen in the campaign.
By the way, fun fact.
Said
Said to have ADD. What? Here we go again.
Ableist. Death Battle are ableist.
Yeah.
Anyway, as I was saying.
Fuck that baby.
Hey, Goku
Anyway.
did not work like that, alright?
By the way,
They did include Goku.
guys,
What the fuck?
guys. So apparently Malifaux, the main villain of the Legend of Spyro trilogy, is actually voiced by Mark Hamill.
I love the fact that Tom Kenny voices Spyro. You know, like he even reprised this role for the remake, didn't he?
Yeah, the
Oh, wow.
reignited trilogy.
Yeah, he reprised his role, even though he didn't
Cool.
actually voice the character in the first game.
Yeah, the first game he was voiced by Denzel Crocker.
Which makes sense because they thought it was going to be a slower game, so they got one of the people in the dev team to work on it, and they realized, oh god, Spyro's good. Let's get a prolific voice actor in. And yet, Tom Kenny did a really good job.
Peace. Face.
Oh my god, those PS2 games messed with Spyro's lore like hell.
Oh, this
I'm
is
sorry.
the reboot. This is the reboot.
Yeah, that's the
Shut up.
reboot.
Oh my
Yeah,
god!
Legend of
Shut up!
Spyro's separate.
Shut up!
Yeah, it's true.
It is. I'm
Legend
actually
of
agreeing.
Spyro is a completely different canon.
Yeah, I'm actually agreeing with Ben on this one. It's not the same as the original Legend of Spyro, or as the original Spyro games. This is actually a completely different continuity.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a feeling it might have been.
So yeah.
Honestly, but we're not using the same crash from the the modern games that aren't like the remake of like Twin San, like
Yeah, the Crash never got a soft reboot until
because
Crash 4
because the thing
reset
is
everything.
you're basing this off of Spyro that came out after the original developers moved on to other bigger projects, like Ratchet and Clank and Resistance Fall of Man.
It's weird how
the original creators
the
working on this, whereas they aren't really basing Crash's abilities based off like they aren't mentioning the whole
listen
like
to this,
him
listen to this,
sending,
listen to
like-
this, listen to this.
Okay. That's another point entirely. Okay.
Dragons like Spyro can use a mysterious energy that is essentially the spiritual life force of the universe. While it's never officially named in canon, lead concept artist Jared clarify its
the one
The homeland of all fetishes, DeviantArt.
Yeah,
I do
you-
like how they
you-
figured that out.
You will never find a greater hum of scum and hive of scum and degeneracy, snooping as usual, I say. Snooping as usual.
So, and the thing is like Elijah Wood's good as Spyro, but the thing is like the writing is the biggest issue with the Legend of Spyro trilogy. It's like,
God damn.
they really couldn't have bothered to get better
Why would you
material
stick your head in one?
for people like
Science. Dramatic reenactment.
oh hi Iron Man 2.
While he survived, half of his face around the microscopic hole in his head swelled, peeled
Oh,
apart, and was permanently
horrible.
While he
That's
experienced
such a
a
shame for him, though.
described as brighter than
You
a
did it for
thousand
science,
suns.
though.
Hey, Spyro, what was that about? I don't really know.
Hi David
I
Spade.
just felt like I had to hit it. And when I did, the power of 1,000 suns surged through my body.
Just imagine if that beam was the size of Spyro's super.
This is what happens when you take people literally. Fact checking.
Exactly.
Spyro is a god.
Of course, Spyro's ether powers have other uses as well, such as curing his fellow dragon sister
Question:
of
Is it
Who
spelled
wants to
ether
hear
with an
about Han
A or
Solo's
ether with an
space
E?
dice?
No.
No, we don't care.
But ether is dependent on a balance between light.
They're featured
Should a purple
in
dragon fall prey to their own anger and
4
hatred,
out of
they
the
risk being
8 Star
consumed
Wars
by
films,
dark
the Millennium,
or nether,
sorry,
transforming into
yeah,
a blackened,
4,
rage-filled
5.
form.
They're featured
Oh my god,
prominently
Sonic wasn't the first person to go freaking dark mode.
in 4 Star Wars films.
This is literally like
And-
Dark Sonic from like Sonic X.
They all have
Yeah, pretty much.
they have a different design in the first 4 films than they do from episode 8 onwards. So the dice look different in
Oh my god, he actually
TLJ and Solo.
wait, he referenced freaking crap for the rapper? Really?
Yeah,
In the PS1
yeah.
games?
Yep.
PS
Oh my, I
yeah.
didn't even realize that back then. Holy shit. That's awesome.
So I'm electricity proof too? I knew my scales were impenetrable, but now this?
A bold claim, but let's look at the facts. Spyro once took a punch from this
That game is actually really good, surprisingly.
Now, that punch can only happen if you stand there like a dumbass.
I'm back. Did we already get to the Cedar stuff yet?
We're still on Spyro.
Yeah. Did we get to the Cedar stuff yet?
I didn't say it, but Iblis did this fight better. For Sonic 06. I'm sorry, Iblis was more intimidating than this guy.
God damn!
And yet Iblis was one of a significantly worse game.
Yeah, ironically, I know.
Except Cedar.
Still can't wait for Project 06 to finish.
What the
So wait,
fuck?
he fucking like solved the plot of Sonic Unleashed?
He did
Like right
Jesus.
there.
Yeah, he did Jesus.
Suddenly Spyro's just like, wait, what am I doing in this church? And then everybody's like, Like, I
What's
am
wrong with his
Jesus.
eyes?
I am Jesus.
All right,
I
guys,
guess
guys,
you could
animation
say-
time, animation time.
Dragon
Guys,
fight.
But
animation
what the
time.
fuck was wrong with his eyes there?
All right,
It's time for a mascot battle!
this is gonna be fun.
This is gonna be fun. I agree, actually. This is gonna be great.
Ah, look at that. That's great.
I love it.
His eyes
Oh, they-
stretched there. That's
They even
Crash
have the squash and
Bandicoot.
stretch, yeah. I love that, because Crash Bandicoot was based off that, yeah. The whole,
Will?
like...
What are you doing?
So will this be
No,
better?
don't go
or-
near him. Don't go near him.
Is
Don't
this-
do that. No.
Hey, listen!
Hey, listen. Hey, ah! You just, that was a mistake.
You son of a bitch!
Hey, at least the context of this fight makes
Ah!
sense, because he
Nice
accidentally killed
headbutt.
Sparks. So this makes sense, you know, that he would want to
Definitely.
fight Crash.
And Sparks is fine.
Whoa.
He'll just turn green in a bit.
No, I will admit, the context of this fight makes sense, because he accidentally killed Sparks, his friend, and he didn't know. So yeah, context makes sense.
Look at him do the
Oh,
dance. He's so
I
happy.
forgot to mention, by the way, the song is really good. It meshes
Yeah,
both of their
absolutely.
like games together. It's great, honestly.
I think it's by Brandon Yates, but I could be wrong.
Yep.
Yeah, it was Brandon Yates.
Which explains why it's so good.
Yeah.
Also,
Ooh!
Torian did all the motion
Nice.
capture here as Spyro.
Really? That's awesome. Okay. Look at that. That's so cool.
Oh, it's just like his game. It's like the game. Oh my god.
Now he's gonna get into that fragile robot.
I've seen aliens before. Let's do that. I like the whole like slide jump there too. That was cool.
Very
I'm more of a
convenient
fan
mech
of
suit, but
Crash
so
than
cool.
I am with Spyro, so I may be a little bit biased.
Huh.
Wait a sec. Was that a fruit?
That's great. The animation's really good. That's a lot better than I remember. Oh,
The
that's
effects are
good.
actually not that bad either, honestly.
Wow.
Ooh.
Oh shit! Wait, you're just
Yeah.
stealing powers from like that game that Rare made like on the 360 games? Kaio Elements of Power.
Oh, he's still going. Look at him struggle. So
Oh
cute.
yes.
Ba-da-ba-da,
that was good.
Inspector.
Or Bandicoot.
Inspector Bandicoot.
Yeah, that's a good question. What is he? Like, I blame his sister. I blame Crash's
Ooh.
sister for this.
Look at that combo.
Why is
Oh,
he
he
in
did
a
it again.
jetpack? The
Oh.
jetpack is less clunky than that
That
thing.
would have been in there.
Oh, now he's pissed.
Fair 5, I think.
He's going Dark Spine Spyro. Well, we know that Spyro. Like we okay, Spyro. Okay, he can't swim.
He's just
can he?
chilling.
Crash
Yeah,
can't
he can
swim.
swim actually.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh
Crush
shit!
Green.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh no, Spyro!
There-
No! Why did you kill Crash? No, Crash!
Oh, this is the reasoning. Let's
Cash, no.
I don't think
Catch Panuka, no!
You hear Catacare screaming in the background. My gosh!
Flight let him control the pace of the battle, and his
No, I wanted Crash to win.
There we
I,
go.
Let's
oh,
Even
it sucked.
one-on-one fights. Even with his extraordinary
Again, I won't
skills,
put bias into
Crash
this,
was
but
simply
you know, I prefer Crash over Spyro. But oh my god. Okay, let's again, let's take all that down there.
What?
Both of them had survived impacts worth around 2 million tons of force. How convenient. It's almost like they planned this.
Why is someone's audio echoing?
It's not. I don't hear it echoing.
No one's echoing, bruh.
However, both of them
No.
had shown
Well, I heard an
durability,
echo
which
briefly, but I
warrants
couldn't
much of their
see
attack
it.
capability.
Whoa!
Gadgets crash
Whoa!
But the funny thing is, Spyro didn't have many attacks that could crash either. They were both
Fucking love Crash.
Yeah, they stole that from
Until
Street
Spyro
Fighter
used
5.
the E,
Yeah, I
which
pointed
could
that out.
literally break matter
I
apart
can't
at
believe
an
like
atomic
Spyro
level,
had to
not
go
even
full on
Aquaman
Sonic the Hedgehog OC mode to beat Crash. I can't believe it.
Crash just couldn't spin this one.
Oh,
The winner is Tom Kenny.
All right, I'm gonna get the
Actually, it's Elijah
tier
Wood.
list.
Whatever.
True.
Either one works.
Whatever. It could be
Alright.
whoever you want it to be.
All right, I'm gonna get
He's
my.
rewriting Rumble.
All right, hang on, Alex. I'm gonna start the timer for you in 3, 2, 1, go. 1 minute, 30
I'd
seconds.
say it's pretty damn good. Yeah, there's a lot of cool shit going on. Honestly, I have very little investment in this because PlayStation fucking sucks. But
Shut up! Shut up! You're wrong. Shut up!
Nintendo and Sega all the way, buddy. But,
well, I mean, you got a lack of good RPGs on the
Let him
place on the
talk.
Nintendo
You're wasting
and,
his
like,
time.
Saturn and so on. Like, okay,
You're wasting his time.
Yeah, pretty damn good. I'll put it. Has to go above Goku versus Superman.
Yes.
Oh boy.
Same here.
I do worry that Mianese's reaction may potentially
But
put it
it's
up
not
or
as
less.
good as RoboCop versus the Terminator.
This is why you should have put it higher. All right, I'm gonna go next. So I don't know. It's either a worthy death or near the bottom of its time for a death battle. I'm too conflicted. It's really fucking good. It's really, really freaking good. Like, I will admit, it's funny seeing Death Battle be ableist by mistake.
Ableist
By mistake. It's funny. It's funny. As someone who's autistic, I find humor in that. I don't think anyone got offended by this. It's just weird.
I don't know. I mean, I would honestly be worried if I had someone
like,
be
if I
compared
were
to like
no.
Crash
If
Bandicoot.
you're wasting my time. All right, if I had to put it anywhere, I would put it right here between. Yeah, I would put above Metal Sonic versus Zero. That's where I would put it. Where I would put it on my tier list. It would be between these two. It is very good. I can't really think of anything that might be wrong with the episode, honestly. It's not up there at S tier, but it's close, if you catch my drift. All right, Gizmo, you're up in 3, 2, 1, go.
I would put it in pretty damn good. The episode felt lacking. I don't know, something about this makes it feel lacking. Not bad, just lacking in something. They did the right amount of research. They did good ignoring anything Skylanders, because that's not really part of the Spyro timeline. That's part of the Skylanders timeline.
Skylanders is so fucking weird.
It
is. I didn't even know there
terms,
was a story.
It has a story, actually. All the games do, but I'm going off track. The battle itself, I think, could have been better. This is another one of those battles where it's literally in the middle of nowhere or in a non-existent white space in a city. This is no exception to that fact. It could have been better if it was like, I don't know, somewhere in like a village Spyro visited, or maybe the time warp area and Crash. That would have been better, but this would have been another. This was another missed opportunity to make it better. They could have had like a little line where Spyro got hit with the Wampa fruit, and he's like, "Oh wow, this tastes like," and then he just gets silenced by another one.
Yep, 8 seconds.
Wait, do we even need a time? This is usually the amount of people that we have.
You're out of time.
I would put it right above Sora versus Pit.
All right. RGS, you're up in 3, 2, 1, go.
I don't know. I kind of agree with Gizmo. I think it is kind of lacking in places. It's not a very what's the word I'm looking for? It's not a very
impactful
classy fight, if you get what I mean. There are jank in places, but it's that charming kind of jank.
Yeah, I was gonna bring that up.
I'm not really keen on some of the circumstantial evidence they use, because as Kevin has mentioned, a lot of these things are things that are just due to player error and not so much part of the story.
Well, I mean, with that one, like, he does take punches from him in game, and like in cutscenes, he can take blows.
Yeah, it didn't show the cutscene.
Fair enough.
It's a case of you need to show the cutscene where it actually does take a punch. You don't use like a gameplay thing that's a punishment, because then you're just gonna say, yeah, it's not like a cut.
And to be fair, it didn't really affect the results, since it just showed that Crash and Spyro had like equal durability or something like that.
Maybe, but either way, it's just lightly annoying, especially.
Yeah, it would have helped if it was a more show don't tell kind of thing.
Yeah. And I'm not keen on the characterization for Crash during a fight. While he is dim-witted, he can be very easily focused. So to him, kind of to just like.
Yeah, he's kind of one of those idiot savant characters, isn't he?
Yeah, it's one of those characters where it's like he seems like an idiot, but he's not, and they just decide to make him a total idiot.
Yeah, he's like, it's one of those things where they flanderized the character very heavily in
that's
other
kind of
material.
Yeah, that's kind of why. That's kind of why I felt like this battle was.
All right,
ridiculous.
do you RGS, where would you put it? The timer went off.
Look, admittedly, I would kind of place it below. Pardon me. I would put it below bloody pretty good. I would put it above Ratchet versus Jank because it's got that charming Jank, but I don't think it's any better than the rest of them.
Right. All right. Sheamus, you're up in 3, 2, 1, go.
First off, are you using your Kingdom Hearts Tamagotchi to keep time?
No, I'm not.
It certainly sounds like.
Oh, I was using it earlier because it was being attacked by a Heartless. I will reset your time for you. 3, 2, 1, go.
What the fuck? Hang on. Quick question. Kingdom Hearts Tamagotchi?
Yes.
Yeah,
Can
that's man. There's
we'll
a
talk
Toy
about
Story
this later.
Tamagotchi.
We'll talk about this
Okay.
later. Sheamus, 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, Crash and Bandicoot and Spyro and Dragon, the quintessential matchup between chocolate and peanut butter. Who would win? Duel 1, Let's Rock. I would personally go with Crash, but they made a good case because of Spyro. But they made a great miscalculation because while they did mention the durability feats of Crash, they didn't factor in his abilities of Titan control in those two games, like Mind Over Mutant and
Actually,
Crash
they
of the
mentioned that
Titans.
in the top right corner where
they
it
did.
mentions that Spyro is immune to it.
But he could have still controlled the Titans to give him some kind of power, like Crash. could have,
Oh,
like-
you mean use the Titans, right?
Yeah, he could have still used because they were still in
Yeah.
a tropical location, just like in those games. He could have
Fair
technically
enough.
used a Titan there, much like that
36
convenient
seconds.
alien like device that was just on the corner of the mountain there. You could have said, "Oh, there was conveniently a Titan living in the forest for that very same reason." So they kind of
22 seconds.
they did kind of do Crash dirty, but Spyro using his deviant form to take him out was literally kind of cool. But I still think Crash should have kind of taken it. And I will admit
Biased.
the jank is very much in line with the PlayStation 1 games that they came from.
5
So I'm going
seconds.
to put it in pretty damn good, but I'm going to put it below Flash versus Quicksilver.
All right. So to recount the vote, Alex and Kevin, where did you say you would put it?
Above Goku versus Superman.
Yep.
All right.
Boy.
So one below Flash versus Quicksilver. One above Ratchet and Clank. Gizmo, where did you say you would put it?
those are technically the same one, though, isn't it? Above Ratchet and
Yeah.
Clank, below. Yeah, they're essentially the same.
Sorry, I was looking at my tier list. Gizmo, where'd you say?
Above Sora versus Pit.
All right. So if I had to vote, I would put it. Yeah, I would also put above Ratchet as well. So yeah, I guess we can just leave it there.
Is
since
that
I've got
a
the
good
most votes.
average, though? Is that a good
I mean,
average?
that's where most of the votes hit.
Anyway,
I mean,
let's
I
spin-
don't know because
yeah.
like we got.
Let's
we
spin
got
the wheel.
There's no time to argue. Remember
no
now.
wheel.
Wheel
Spin
of
again,
morality.
spin
Turn,
again.
turn,
Come on, spin
turn.
again.
Show us the
Spin
lesson
again.
we
Spin
should
again.
learn.
Spin again.
again.
Spin again.
Spin again. Oh no! We're going into Master Chief
Oh,
Master
shit!
Chief
Master Chief
versus
versus
Doom
Doom
Guy.
Guy.
Oh, that's a classic. That's an all-time classic, baby.
I don't
I
even
think
remember
this
this
came
episode.
off the heels of Rainbow Dash versus
Yes,
Starscream.
You are correct.
You talk a lot.
I remember this being the first death battle I didn't like all that much.
I actually really like
Oh!
this one.
I don't remember this episode actually.
This
I
is
don't- I
this
don't
is.
remember
I
this.
will say this. Let me
Oh
say
my
this.
god, we're back
This
to the
is-
Revision 3 era of Death Battle.
Ellie,
Okay,
I
let's
will
not
say this.
scare
Let me
us.
say this. Let me say this. This is an episode which nowadays would be wrong, but back then was
Very much
absolutely
so.
correct. Now it's absolute. I mean, back then it was absolutely correct.
Is it because 2016 Doom didn't exist?
Yeah, this was
Yeah,
long before that
2016
game.
Doom,
So I mean, okay,
Eternal.
keep in mind you have to
Yeah.
put context into this, guys.
Yeah, that's
all
what I
right?
was.
Let's keep
Yes,
that in
I
mind.
know. That's what I was saying. Like back then, it was correct. Now, not so much. This is actually the first.
Oh my
new
god, like
episode- this is hang
oh
on,
my
hang on,
god,
hang on.
Eminem was freaking Master Chief?
Yes.
Yep.
What?
That's canon. Anyways, this is the first episode that was new that I saw air on YouTube when I was in middle school. Not my first episode
Oh my
I
god,
watched. but the
Boomstick's
first
old
new
voice.
one.
Oh
By
my
the
god,
way,
I still can't deal with Boomstick's old voice.
By the way, the Master Chief that was used in the Haloid video that was done by Monty Ohm, that was Kelly from the novels, not John 117.
Oh, was this before Halo 3? No, this is
No,
after
this
Halo.
is
this is
after
after-
Halo Reach.
Yeah, this
What
is
was it
long
before
after.
Halo 4.
This is
Before
before Halo
Halo
4. Before,
Okay.
yeah, it was
Yeah.
before Halo 4.
So
So this
the
is when
franchise
Halo was still good.
This franchise was still salvageable back then.
Yes.
Before they decided to collab with Red versus Blue.
I mean, okay, this
No,
is
that
after
was-
Halo Reach. This was after Halo Reach. That spell debuted after Halo Reach,
Yeah.
and Halo Reach was still really good, honestly.
Yeah, it was
Let's be
really
frank.
good. It's one of my favorite
Halo
games
Reach
in the
was-
series.
It was honestly Halo Reach was the last like fantastic Halo game, and then
Yeah.
we haven't got a game like it since.
Halo
Now, it's
Reach
been
was
like
awesome.
13 years since then. Let's be frank, right?
Halo Reach was my first Halo.
My
game. It
name's
was
not
awesome.
Frank, it's
Yeah, Halo
Kevin.
Reach. We have not gotten a game as good as Halo Reach, even with Halo Infinite in 13 years. We have not
What
gotten a
do you
good game
say,
as good
Frank?
as that.
They've been banned worldwide to the point of near extinction.
But even that's not
I
I'm
love.
gonna
Yeah,
be
that
honest,
shotgun's
Whatever
awesome.
people do, don't like Master
It's,
Chief.
I mean, all right. In terms of like Halo's arsenal, all right. For a game that revolves around FPS, they do a damn. I mean, I remember this episode, but they do a damn good job of like showcasing all the characters' arsenals, don't they?
Absolutely. The
Considering-
analysis is one of my favorite parts of this
Considering that
episode.
Doom Guy's arsenal is one of the most legendary in video games of all time,
Yeah.
they give a really good fair shot to Master Chief here, don't they?
Yeah. The
And
analysis is again, the analysis is great, without a doubt.
At the time, keep in mind, at the time.
Yeah, at
That's
the time.
important.
Yes, that's
Yeah,
why I
yeah,
keep saying
yeah.
that. You
Like
keep
just
saying.
said, I mean, I want to keep saying it so that it's in our minds, you know. Before,
I know,
like,
but
Halo,
I said this earlier.
This is before Halo 4 and before Doom 2016.
I know. We know.
But we may have forgotten because we have like.
No,
very
we
short
literally
memory spans.
said it 5 minutes ago.
But I may have a short-term memory, so you never
You
know.
do.
Maybe this is important.
How
Maybe
much
this is
have you
important.
drinking today?
Let's just say it again. This was okay
Six-
for
a
its
whole
time.
bottle of wine before, but you know.
No,
that's
this is
beside the
great
point.
for its time.
No,
We'll
it
talk
was
about that one
okay
at the
for
end.
its
It
time.
was great.
Yeah,
It's a
Oh
2D
yeah, like
battle.
let's block. I'm not gonna aim at your shins or anything, so let me just. We're gonna block bullets, sure. That's the energy swords, like.
Oh, you mean like
the
how
energy swords' big
every
thing
fight
is
Wonder
they can
Woman
block
gets
bullets,
involved
but
in?
Apparently, the people can aim below the waist. You know, that's my biggest flaw with like them comparing like the energy sword. How it can deflect bullets? Well, yeah, you can if the guy shoots stationary in the center. Dude, his shins are right there. Shoot him in the shins.
The shit!
Sir.
Sir.
He said the thing! He said the thing!
That's the thing, yeah.
Woo!
Rick Combs music!
First person badass. One of my personal heroes, Doom Guy.
After disobeying his
I
command,
love
I
that
love how he
comment.
does have a name as well, by the way.
Doom Guy's Space Marine Corps career.
That
Defeated-
depends on which version of the cannon you're using.
He can run almost 60 miles an
yeah.
hour.
Yeah.
Although in canon, in the game canon, that is, he is William
You see,
J.
Vegeta.
Blazkowicz.
You sit there and brag about how the Saiyans are the mightiest in all the universe. How they're the most ruthless. Well, look at where they are now. Dead!
Billy Blazkowicz.
You talk about your legends and your warrior race and your pride, but that doesn't mean a damn thing to this man. Because the name's Ryuko.
It wasn't.
Legend Rise.
It was Doom Guy.
I will say,
You're gonna
yeah,
be
I will
hurt.
say, I will say, this was my first introduction to Doom.
Oddly, the chain gun used
Really?
First
In
off,
20,
yeah,
like
this is
11
my-
12? Really?
His name is
I
William
was in.
J.
Keep in mind.
Blazkowicz
Keep
III.
in mind. I was in middle school when this came out.
Excuse
I
me
was
for
in
a second. I need to take a few
college,
breaths.
High school when this episode came out.
Yeah, this is.
Oh God. Oh God.
Yeah, the super shotgun.
He never has to worry about this thing called aiming.
I really gotta
Yeah.
play all of Doom someday. I really gotta play all of Doom on stream.
You do.
never
It's a
finished
great
Rocket
series.
launcher.
Oh, speaking of, Limited Run shipped out my replacement card for Doom.
But I will just,
Yeah.
I mean, you forget the 15,000 brain play of emulation.
Oh!
BFG!
Enormous rounds of plasma.
Yo!
This is a-
the
if I
most
remember
badass weapon in gaming. Do not contest it, you are wrong.
This gun is strong
It's
enough
so
to
badass, The
knock
Rock
out
used it.
Yes.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, exactly. You're right.
In the good
Oh,
Doom
yeah, yeah,
movie,
yeah,
and I
that
can't believe
Rock
I'm
did
fucking
use it.
saying
Fucking
that.
I
gun.
know, right? They made a worse one after.
We have to watch that someday.
No, I will not watch that one.
I would love to watch that
Yes,
movie. I
we
would
should
love to
watch
watch
it.
it.
Oh wait, which version are we talking about? The Rock or the female version?
Yes.
The Rock.
Yeah.
Sorry, I had to get that Raccoon speech out of the way. Hey, before we continued on with that.
Oh, okay, so that's gonna play a little bit of a role against
No,
Master.
they just said
No,
it
it's
doesn't.
not.
They just said it doesn't.
Yeah, no, it's gonna
You know
play a
what?
role against Master. If he tries to Unmaker against Master Chief, it won't work.
That's
the
why.
point.
That's why he won't. Dynamite!
Dynamite! You gotta say like you really mean like a 90s superstar.
Dynamite! Is that better?
Oh,
That's
you can
dynamite.
tear their guts.
Dynamite.
You know that kind of
Dynamite.
vibe,
Rip and tear!
What is this, Black Dynamite? Gizmo,
Oh, yeah,
this were...
This was before Brutal Doom. That's how old this video is. Isn't that crazy?
Yep. This
Yeah.
man went to war with the entirety of hell over his pet rabbit.
Wait, hold on,
Yeah.
As
hold
you
on. Someone
damn
pause it,
well
pause it,
should.
pause it, pause it, pause it.
Pause it? Why?
Cause they're wrong. He can't
what?
outrun his rockets. They did a speed run glitch.
No, he's that fast in game. I remember playing Switch version. He was that fast.
No, you're doing the it's a glitch. You're running along the wall to gain momentum.
I wasn't running on walls
You
when doing
dead
it
ass
in my
can
version.
run faster than your missiles.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not that hard.
Yeah, it's not
It's
that
not a
hard.
glitch.
You don't need to do a glitch. I recently beat Doom 1. I know.
You know, guys, Chuck Norris...
This is gonna
Chuck
be
Norris
interesting.
was once playable in Street Fighter 2.
There's
But...
something happening with my keyboard. I'll be right back. I'm gonna restart my computer, so hopefully the match is good.
I'm not. We're gonna wait for you.
My PC decided to mess with me right now, and apparently it's rendering shift as dash and speech columns.
You need a new
because
keyboard.
You need a new keyboard.
because I just
By the
put a
way-
computer onto it earlier. So
By the
I'm gonna
way,
have to get a new
Shay-
keyboard tomorrow. So I won't.
By the
worry
way,
about using my
Seamus, one
keyboard
thing-
tonight. The point is, let's watch Master Chief and some guy in a mask who pretends to be Doom guy fight to the death.
Yep.
This is gonna be
Like-
so
like Room-
interesting. This is
like
when
Room
Ben
Sister.
was still animated.
I appreciate you guys waiting for me at least. I had to reset my
No, no
computer, but
problem.
apparently my
No
keyboard
problem.
I
is-
hate how
my
janky
keyboard
this
is messed up,
animation
apparently.
looks.
No, like this is super early. Keep in mind.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, I love it.
Oh, that
It's
crusty
literally
sprite.
it's just
That
two
crusty
sprites
sprite.
walking across
I don't.
the screen.
That's not. That's. It's still good.
No, it's not.
Yeah. Yes, it is.
This is nowhere near as complex as
Let's
Samus
go.
vs.
Yeah.
Boba Fett. And Samus vs. Boba Fett was the first episode.
Ooh.
Damn it, John.
Get back to you.
Oh, yes, let's the car. Let's go.
That looked like a big cat to you.
John! Reaper! There you go.
Oh.
Okay, how?
Again,
You can see
the
you can see
shins are
people
right there.
invisible.
The shins are right there, dude.
Pick up
Oh
the fucking...
my god. No. Oh, that's
Why is that Master
Reaper, pick
Chief
up-
sprite look
there we go.
familiar?
He's a
That
sniper.
looks like it was designed
He's
off the
invincible.
anime
Oh my
version.
god, he's invincible.
Still more invincible
Does
than
not wear
Mark
off that
Grayson.
vest. No,
He went
come
for the
on.
shins.
He went for the shins like he should have with the energy sword. Oh, the bubble shield.
Okay.
Bubble shield. He had to use the
Plasma
bubble
grenade.
shield.
Shit.
Game over.
Yeah!
Bubble shield.
Okay.
Yeah, Master Chief.
Get him!
Teabag.
Oh no. Oh.
That's disrespectful. Not something John 117 would do.
Not a Halo player.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's something that a Halo player would do.
Yeah.
Halo player would do, not Master Chief himself.
Oh, I'm sorry, hold on. Let me rephrase that. An old school player of Halo would do, because nowadays people are either questioning what that is or complaining that people do
Or
it.
getting banned, yeah.
All right,
Fucking
I'll
babies.
send it. Oh, you didn't do your joke, Sheamus.
It's because my keyboard is fucked up and I can't actually.
You can
type
still
in...
talk. You don't need to
I
type
mean,
in anything.
I
You can
don't.
still
I don't
talk.
know who the. I don't know who the author. I don't know who the actor of Master Chief is on the top of my head. So 1,000 pardons for me not knowing who that is.
Anyway, it's right next to
Alex?
Chun-Li and my Shiranui, Ben.
All right,
Steve something or other. So,
all right, Alex.
oh,
go.
hang on. Hang on. Fuck.
It's right here.
Okay.
It's right at the top.
Fuck.
Okay, so first off, I have to find Spyro and
You haven't
And
done
Cash
that
Cash
yet?
Panuka?
Spyro and Cash, yeah. Spyrite and Cash. Where is Spyrite and Cash?
Yeah, I need a keyboard. This keyboard is messed up after my drunken escapade.
I'm guessing you guys. I'm
There it
guessing
is.
some of you guys haven't seen Cat Icarus.
And now I have to find. There we go. Okay,
Apparently,
so this is
according-
heavily- this
Does
is
anybody
heavily
remember that?
outdated,
Let him talk. Let him
and,
talk.
So this death battle is heavily outdated. It was never all that great to begin with, and I'm
It
gonna
was
put it at the bottom of it was fine as a result.
Same.
There's a lot
Alright.
of jank. It's literally just like a 2D sprite animation and with a single camera angle. Well, you're looking straight on from a single shot the whole time. It's panning around the screen, sure, but there's not a whole lot going for it. There never was a whole lot going for it. The characters, Doomslayer obviously takes it these days. Master Chief hasn't gotten any better, and they never really got into. Basically, I think the only reason Master Chief won in the first place is because he waited for the Berserker pack to wear off.
Yep.
Which he would do, honestly.
Yeah, he would do that, but I don't get the feeling that that's something that would happen,
I mean,
Well,
I'll
she
give
would
my
benefit
point, but
from
there's
one motion
limitations
play.
at the time, and I'll talk about that after your time's
Yeah.
up. So wait, is it my turn now? Are you done?
Hey, I'm done.
All right, so my turn. 3, 2, 1. I don't really agree. I mean, look at back then. Like Ben was still the animator. There were extremely limited sprites for Doom Guy. I think what he was able to do with what he had was very admirable. Like it had some really fun scenes. There was some really cool stuff, like a Master Chief jumping out of the rocket, Doom Guy countering some of his stuff. It's just a fun one. I think it's really fun. Does it deserve to be high? No. It is, as Alex said, outdated, but to me, at the very least, it's a charming kind of outdated, like one I could go back to fondly. And as Sheamus pointed out earlier, the analysis does a great job going over all their different weapons and such. I do like going through the analysis and the different jokes they make. They all land very well. It's a decent classic episode of early Death Battle. Outdated, yes. Charming, I'll still say so. If I had to put it anywhere on the tier list, I would put it above Bulgor, right up here. I would put it up above there. Maybe too high for some, but that's where I would put it. My time is up, so Gizmo in 3, 2, 1, go.
It was fine, and that's not really something anybody should be saying when they're talking about Master Chief and Doom Guy fighting against each other. But a death battle, when it's a death battle, if anything, if they had remade this, it would be it will probably somewhere up and it's time for a death battle. But because they still haven't, and we are still stuck with the original, we gotta deal with what we have. And I can give it a break a bit for it being the first of its kind, considering this is the first time they had FPS heroes fighting against each other in a 2D plane, especially like this. And excuse me.
Bless you.
And I don't blame the results either. I mean, like, I don't blame the results either because what we had, like Halo 1, 2, 3, ODST. I don't think 4 was out yet at the time.
It was not.
Not that.
No, yeah. So 4, Reach, 5, Infinite, none of those were ever out at the time. So I give it a break for that. Same thing with Doom Guy 1, 2, 3, 4, 64, all these other ports. Those we never gotten a Doom 2016?
Yes.
Yeah, we didn't get
5 seconds, by the way,
until 2016. I would have to believe it, and it was fine. And if I had to put it anywhere specifically, right at the bottom of it was fine.
All right.
Like they could have fucked this up immensely, but they did what they could. So that's why I would be at the bottom.
Right. All right, RGS in 3, 2, 1, go.
No, stop the timer, because I'm going to be slightly petty here. I found the video they used for the speed feat. It's a speedrun tactic.
Oh,
okay.
So I'm a bit annoyed. It's actually a speedrun tactic. They use wall running, which is a tactic in the fucking game.
That is a bit annoying, but
the guy can run past the rocket. I do concede there, but don't use a speedrun tactic.
Yeah, I agree with that.
So yeah. I'm a bit fucking annoyed there. But otherwise, it's a completely fine fight. It's not really all that remarkable. Admittedly, I would have maybe preferred this to be brought to a more modern take. It doesn't matter if it's one-sided; it still would give this fight a decent respect.
Yeah.
Having them use their library of weapons is cool, but admittedly, it is still quite dated because they're using, I think, an old Master Chief Flash sprite.
Oh yeah. Now I remember. Yeah, it was from a Flash game. They used that Master Chief sprite from.
Yeah, and they're using like the third-person sprite from the original Doom, or was it Doom 2? No, it's the original Doom because it's
it was the Doom 1 and 2 uses the same sprite for Doom Slayer.
I'm aware, but typically for Doom 2, sometimes some person's color is costumed differently.
Right.
So, yeah, it's perfectly fine. I think it probably is not the champion. It probably is fine staying where it is because it ultimately doesn't add too much anymore, but it's still fine to go through.
All right, Seamus, you're up in 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, like we said, context is key, and Doom 2016 and Halo 4 and Infinite did not exist at this point. And I will give them a lot of credit for referencing and analyzing their entire moveset weapon lineup at the time. And also the whole power-ups that Doom guy had at there. But it is, by today's standards, 14 years later, like 12, 13 years later, it's very, very, very shallow and rough and stilted. Because Doom and I was in first person, so we never really were meant to see him in a third person perspective. We weren't really. I mean, Master Chief was made to be us personified. He was a faceless hero, much like Doomslayer. So putting them in third person kind of like devalues some of that charm. So I want to put it in. It was fine, and I'm going to put it below. Actually, to be honest with you, I'm happy with it being at the very bottom of it. Was fine.
All right, we got the votes for at the bottom, so we can move on to the next one. So, woo!
Spin the wheel.
Spin.
But yeah,
the wheel of fate is turning.
Yes! Let's go! Yes!
SpongeBob versus Aquaman, Super Friends Aquaman.
Let's go.
That sucks.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
I
of all the
episode.
And
I want to
a
abstain. I
a
want
whole
I want to
multiverse
formally
full of
abstain- I want to
Aquaman.
formally abstain from this fight.
No, you're not.
Leave.
No,
Hey,
no.
man, no.
No,
You're gonna
no.
love this one.
It's good. It's phenomenally
It
good.
actually
You're
is
gonna
pretty
love it.
good.
It was,
Okay,
it
before
was
we
so
start this,
good.
I
it was
have
no
to make a
good.
request.
Fine.
The analysis is key. It is a very comedic episode, and this includes the
Okay,
analysis.
guys, don't overhype it. That's what
I know,
we
I
did.
know, I know, but I'm just saying.
Let's just get
listen
on
to
with
the
it.
Let's just
Let's
listen
just
to the
say that it
analysis
has
and
no
have some
right being
fun.
as good as that could have been.
That's fine. That's
Let's just.
all we'll
I
leave it
know.
at.
Let's just have some fun. I love this episode.
SpongeBob SquarePants, Nickelodeon's #1 nautical nincompoop.
Aquaman, the thoracic third wheel of the super.
I'm a SpongeBob child. I'm not afraid to admit it.
I looked it up.
I mean, I
Third
was too,
wheel.
but
Let's see.
even still.
Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, Martian Manhunter, The Flash. Technically, sixth wheel, seventh, eighth, depending on the incarnation.
The ninth wheel.
We're using the Super Friends version, Alex. So Jean was not a part of this group.
That depends on which version of the Super Friends you're using.
Yeah.
We're talking about the show.
The year was
Yeah, comic book.
God.
The former allies
Okay,
of
Superman,
Rooster
Batman,
engaged
Wonder Woman,
in a war
Robin,
between
the
capital West.
fucking
Guys, listen,
Wonder
I love the
Twins,
start.
some fucking dog, and Aquaman.
I love how this starts.
God, Aquaman is behind the fucking dog.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Was Bikini Atoll in the middle of the Pacific Ocean.
The results were ecological devastation and perhaps
excuse me.
something more. Deep beneath the atoll, the fauna began to change.
Oh,
They
no.
evolved, becoming sentient, forming language, technology, and society. This Bikini Bottom organized into a monarchy under the god.
Oh, it's Tom Kenny.
Free market
Yep.
economy and a thriving artistic culture.
Even the simplest underwater creatures became capable of complex thought, including the
Like
very
plankton.
first multicellular organism to be categorized as part of the
I want the
animal
Krabby
kingdom,
Patty
the sea
secret
sponge.
formula.
And one sponge in particular, the greatest among them, lives in
That's a
a
good
pineapple
impression.
under the sea.
Thank you.
SpongeBob SquarePants.
Oh, I wanted to sing the song.
Everyone
I don't know
does.
how to say this. SpongeBob may headline one of the most popular children's cartoons of all time. but
Sweet
he's
victory.
a painfully naive man-child whose only ambition
36 years old, and he still doesn't have a driver's license.
I will say this. I love how Wiz goes through a character arc in this episode.
And no one wants to be a Squidward. Robert might not
See,
have the
who
life
swings?
life, but he's happy.
Swang.
And that's
Who
what
sang
matters.
Sweet
Death Metal
Victory?
doesn't.
Good
SpongeBob
question.
is routinely
Give me a sec.
incapable of even the most
David,
basic
Glenn,
tasks.
Isley,
Oh
and
wait,
Bob
hang on, wait. I
Kulick.
need to pause it for a second. In Battle for Bikini Bottom, SpongeBob replenishes health by finding clean underwear. This implies that he shits himself every time he takes damage.
That is hilarious.
God.
He's the biggest wimp in town. Like the
Poor
time he
SpongeBob.
failed to lift a glass of lemonade, or the time a school bully gave him diarrhea, or the time he effortlessly rotated the entire planet.
Whoa, we're in for some shit now.
Yeah, I kind of took
This
that
might
thinking
make
that
a
he was
real
spinning
sea
instead
creature.
of the Earth.
SpongeBob is more
Yeah,
like
that's known as Toon Force in action.
yellow and porous is he after all. He can stretch and
I
shape
love that
his
line.
body any way he likes.
Bob
You've
Kulick
made
was
himself
the
very
second
sex
guitarist for Kiss,
productive.
by the way.
Oh God.
Immense amounts of liquid.
Rest in peace.
Wouldn't he always be full,
Rest in
though?
peace.
From an
God bless.
entire lagoon to-
Bless
oh,
you.
God.
Thank you.
Water to replace the moon?
For some reason, he has
Huh.
an insane healing factor. He survived being torn in half, vaporized, having his
Yep,
soul
he can break the fourth wall.
and literally being unraveled out of existence. Okay,
By
I think
Patrick.
We can just end the rundown here.
No. I need to see how deep this rabbit hole goes. Perhaps his most mind-bending ability is his control
Apparently,
over-
Eric Singer also played
No,
on
stay with me. This is
Sweet
unbelievable.
Victory.
Like a
Oh.
soapy green
And
lantern
don't forget that one
with
time when SpongeBob guest starred Pantera as a musical guest.
Yes,
Yep.
about Bikini Bottom
That was
representation,
fucking great.
baby.
They also had
That's a
a
pretty
a
similar
new
effect to
version
his
of a
magic
Motorhead
pencil,
song on the
which can draw
soundtrack.
anything he wants into existence.
Oh,
And
that's
when
Eric
hilarious.
Singer
just as
is
easily.
the
pencil was so powerful, SpongeBob
see here.
sent it back to the surface where it belonged. But in later seasons, he still just
Ba-ba-ba-ba.
has it for some reason.
Of course.
Finished. I call
What you
him
guys-
Doodle.
No!
He's just like
Doodle
me,
Whiz.
but I made him with a pencil.
Eric Singer was the third drummer for Kiss, I believe. He was also
Oh God!
one of several drummers who worked with Black Sabbath.
Guys, I don't mean to disturb you,
Yes, we do.
but my Space Invader is back.
Oh God!
It's estimated the
That was
entire
the
mass
first
Earth's ocean
episode.
is about 1.5 quintillion tons.
Fun fact: the
Consider
first
saltwater
episode
resources
lost all the audio, so
in
they
1
made a
second.
silent
That's
episode, and
kinetic
it
energy
worked
of over
brilliantly.
6,000 yotatons.
That's enough energy to nuke
Yoda
Jupiter
tons.
13
Oh, no.
times over. And SpongeBob was completely unharmed.
His hydrodynamic spatula isn't just an impromptu bladed weapon, it's also his primary instrument to create the greatest foodstuff Bikini Bottom has ever seen, the Krabby Patty.
A burger so delicious, it's basically magic. Not only is it totally addictive, SpongeBob was romantically attracted to one. Heal wounds and even detonate.
SpongeBob has survived nukes point blank, hugged his best friend Patrick so hard their DNA fused,
Ugh.
died on the scene transition, and
You?
flooded
Jen?
Bikini Bottom,
Oh!
already underwater. Shit, he once grabbed a hold of
I'm
serious-
SpongeBob
Look at this, look at this, look at this.
Starman.
Entire
Look at this!
universe. He literally undid the fabric of reality in seconds. What the fuck?
What talking about anti-Toon Force?
I'm sorry. I'm not sure I've ever misjudged a character as severely as SpongeBob SquarePants.
Character arc there, Wiz.
That was perfect CGI right there.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
great.
On the outside, it took more than one adventure to prove himself to be a real
One of the best
hero.
movies ever, by the way.
I
Yep.
love the original SpongeBob movie, by the way.
We don't need that.
An army of killer robots.
I'm a goofy goober!
And Sandy likes my goober.
I was obsessed with that shitty game as a kid.
His biggest weakness is that he's
What, War of the Robots?
Nicktoons United.
And depending on the humidity of
Which, by the way, Nicktoon, they ended up getting a somewhat sequel.
Yeah, they got 3 sequels.
Oh,
3?
One of them was the
Yeah,
robots one.
3. There are 3 sequels.
Oh boy, there's just one episode.
There was the volcano one, the robot one, and then the glob one. Oh God, no!
What are you talking about?
Trials and tribulations and Hasselhoff's aside, it wasn't until Bob accepted himself for who he was that he was rewarded with the greatest boon of all, middle management.
So if nautical nonsense be something you wish, then pray to your yellow porous god for mercy, because his whimsical laughter is the last thing you'll ever hear.
I like that.
Honestly, I got depressed thinking that we'll never see
Aquaman, king of the
a
seven
Warhammer
seas.
character in this, but we'll
Jury
see
on the show
SpongeBob.
before, and he's actually secretly
Why are you using Justice
The
League?
version we're dealing with today is from the bargain bin cartoons from the 60s and 70s.
Because both versions suck.
They
No, I
just
meant like
said
both versions of this Aquaman, not the movies. I meant the Aquaman.
Remember,
Yeah, I was about to say, hey, I know where you live. I will
Yeah,
come to your house and
I
we
need
will
to
rewatch
clarify
the Snyder
because I
Cut together.
missaid that real badly.
I'd like to stress that this is the reason why I'm not big on Death Battle like these days, because they have to pick and choose the versions of characters. It's the It is
I don't
the
mind that.
60s version of Aquaman,
Seamus.
not the modern
Seamus.
version
Seamus.
that goes against
Seamus.
Aquaman. No, it goes against SpongeBob.
Seamus. Got into trouble because it composited a whole bunch of things. I think them specifying which version they're using is actually
with
kind of an
magnificent
improvement.
aquatic abilities and a giant mutant seahorse that neighs just like a land horse.
Why?
That's genuinely stupid.
What happened to Batman?
He's got an underwater jet ski, a net,
He's got a heat ray.
a
Fuck.
water pistol,
A water
heat
pistol.
ray to blast right through solid ice. Not exactly mind-blowing, but you know, I'm sure we're ramping up.
We should. Aquaman's hybrid human Atlantean biology grants him superhuman strength and the ability to breathe underwater indefinitely and withstand the crushing depths of the ocean floor.
Well,
Mariana Trench is 16,000 pounds per square inch.
God damn.
Being stepped on by
Well,
a
withstanding the
100
depths of the
elephants,
ocean is actually really impressive, to
which
be
is a
honest.
lot, I guess.
Aquaman is an incredible swimmer, able to travel from Florida to Maine in under an hour. That's almost
Really?
twice the speed of sound. He can create water balls and whirlpools out of thin water, and fittingly, water-based attacks are completely ineffective against him. And of course, you can't forget his aquatic telepathy.
He can talk to fish And he can even control people's minds and give them seizures, right?
Oh, actually, that second part is also just from the comics. Aquaman can talk to fish, which is awesome. His telepathy can reach several miles, summon hundreds of sea creatures at once, and works on anything from microscopic organisms to alien life. As long as it's aquatic alien life, of course.
But he can still mind control them, right?
Kind of. He can free them from mind control and even influence their emotional state to some degree, but besides that, there have been times when sea creatures have just ignored his commands outright.
Because I'm gonna be straight with you. You haven't said anything remotely mind-blowing yet. Does this Aquaman actually suck?
Oh,
Yes. Yes, he does.
So world-renowned, he
Wiz
put
is
together one of
coping.
Earth's mightiest heroes to form a team capable of defending the planet, nay, the universe, from any threat. The Super Friends.
The Super Friends. Like the dime store knockoff version of the Justice
There was
League.
a Super Friends comic book
I just said that a moment ago.
that was based on the one with that was made by Fisher Price. There was a Fisher Price toy line, and they used the
Oh my
same
God.
molds as the Rescue Heroes.
Wiz, stop. You're embarrassing yourself.
Oh God! What the fuck was
that?
that?
I don't know.
Was that a banana dog?
Yes.
50 metric tons of it.
What the?
The jokes write
He
themselves.
put
huh?
mustard on the
In fact,
banana
Aquaman
dog,
once enrolled
and
in
then
American college under the name
peeled
Mr.
it.
Waterman. The pretty hefty
Mr. Waterman.
Okay, so he's lame.
But he has a real name.
Arthur Curry.
Crazy, insane Popeye punching out the
You must
enemy.
be really into Kirby's.
No, he sucks.
He
actually-
sucks.
Actually sucks. His best feat is literally garbage.
I'll take over from here, Wiz. Aquaman is a bit of a joke, sure, but he's not completely useless. He's dodged laser beams, defeated a living Titanic by luring it into an iceberg, seriously, and beaten this water elemental Undine, who looks like a gorilla for
I
some
believe it's
reason,
not Undine,
by
but
summoning
whatever.
seagulls to pelt her with clamshells.
Yeah.
Once even outswam this Kryptonian
Wait, that brings
pterodactyl
up her?
monster, Rokan,
Yeah.
who flew from the edge of the galaxy to Earth in
Oh,
about
sorry, that
15
came out
seconds.
really wrong. I apologize,
Oh,
YouTube.
okay, now that'd be over 55 billion times the speed of light, and Aquaman swimming clearly outmatched that. It doesn't matter if it looks lame.
You get one, buddy.
And
Yeah.
you should probably kick your ass, person that's watching at home.
Nope.
That's something.
Well, not if
No,
he's
He
on
broke
trial.
his own neck.
He's out of the water
Yeah,
for
look.
even 1 hour, he dies.
Yeah.
Person watching it just,
What the
Yeah.
fuck?
That's from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
But
Or
he's
Vento
half
Oreo.
human.
Someone a hero, or is it the drive to help others, to be of service?
Alex,
to sacrifice?
keep in mind,
Fucking bizarre.
Alex,
This
keep in
Aquaman
mind
sucks.
in what version of Aquaman we're looking at.
So
he's about to die.
We could use whales.
Someone get him out of here.
it's too late. His fate is
What
here.
about the
whales?
One possibility.
I sunk their battleships. And their
Let's not. This is gonna be fun.
whales.
This is gonna be so much fun. This same voice actor voiced not Homelander, Omni-Man
Evildoer.
in the same season.
I'm a hero.
I saved this city. There's
I
only one
love
real
this
hero
SpongeBob.
here, Fiend,
Yes.
and he's a super friend.
Yes.
You see, sir, I'm a sea sponge, phylum porifera, and you can't just.
Oh.
Okay.
How about a little karate, Waterman?
Oh.
It's Aquaman.
Virility.
Of course, he's a sea creature, and as the king of the seas, he's mine to command.
Of course.
I wasn't just reaching out to you, Sponge. Let him have it, chums.
Yeah, we all know that doesn't work, but fuck it.
Great! great Neptune! Damn it, it's up!
Is that? It's
killed
just some
the whole
random guy
ocean?
as Aquaman.
Oh my god.
Water powers
I don't. Good question.
fading. Is there
You have to look at the credits for that.
My man. I see it now.
The versions of Aquaman who are actually cool.
And out of all of them,
I'm the lamest fucking one!
I'm a ripoff.
I have nothing to live for. Goodbye, cruel world.
I'm sorry, my dog's
People used to
Doug's
say the
being
same
needy.
kind of things about me. Goofball, wingnut, knucklehead McSpazatron. But every day, I get back up and say 2 words. I'm ready.
I'm not tearing up, I swear.
Okay, alright.
Where'd it come from?
Zero win.
Oh, I love that.
Why would you make more of those monsters, SpongeBob?
Oh shit.
Oh wow, he actually lost an arm, kind of like real Aquaman did.
The other side of the universe.
He has a side of the universe.
Holy shit. Holy shit.
Oh my god!
This
I don't.
Why can he do this?
even further beyond.
What the fuck? And they use the same stop moves too, of course.
Everyone, quiet.
Don't cry, Sponge. Let's be super.
Mr. SpongeBob, I don't feel so good.
Oh my god, SpongeBob, why'd you kill him? You asshole!
Oh, that music doesn't help.
Ocean man, take me by the hand, lead me to the land.
That you'll
Nautical-themed
understand.
cartoon characters on this show, Wiz.
This was an incredibly close fight. Gotcha! Obviously, Aquaman didn't have a snowball's chance in hell in defeating this little.
By the way, you might have missed the joke. Boomstick said, "It's time for Aquaman's funeral."
Anything he wanted. There was no way Aquaman wouldn't get totally overwhelmed, especially with his much more limited arsenal. I can't think of a more lopsided matchup than someone whose main attack is throwing water against a sentient sea sponge.
Aquaman's only potential option was his telepathy, but as we've covered, it's far less powerful than his comic counterpart. There's no reason to believe SpongeBob wouldn't just ignore Arthur's commands.
Even if it was straight up mind control,
Rest in peace, bro.
Krabby Patties straight up cancel mind control.
And really, nothing Aquaman had could overcome Bob's utterly broken regeneration.
The little yellow dude has survived being completely disintegrated into dust and even erased from reality. All Aquaman can do is punch kind of hard, and even that's basically useless against Bob's squishy body.
Maybe Aquaman could have found a way to dehydrate SpongeBob enough to keep him permanently incapacitated, like when he and Patrick were trapped in Shell City.
But that would require the fight to take place out of the water, which messes Aquaman up way harder than it does SpongeBob. And it'd also require the fight doesn't instantly end up with SpongeBob karate chopping Aquaman at 10 zillion times the speed of light, splattering his atoms against Saturn. Because, yeah, remember when SpongeBob unraveled the universe?
Listen to this. Listen to
Considering
this.
the-
No, I'm sorry, I need to do this one. This is fucking insane. Compared to SpongeBob's size, the string's width is about 192 micrometers. We can use that to find the volume of, say, 1 meter of string, and compare that to the volume of the entire observable universe. Considering it took SpongeBob about 5 seconds, he would have had to be pulling at 8.2 times 10 to the 78th power times faster than light.
That's as many times faster than light as there are atoms in the universe.
Excuse me.
Is the fastest
Okay.
calculable speed feat in our show's
So
history.
SpongeBob
And it
is
belongs
literally
to
God.
SpongeBob SquarePants.
But do you think you can take on comic book Aquaman?
Have you been listening to anything
Yes.
I've been saying?
Good point. Because let's not forget,
Of course I didn't forget.
that string feat also destroyed the entire universe. And stuff like that is actually consistent.
SpongeBob is literally aware of the fourth wall and has rewritten the plot of his own story.
Everything else,
living it.
LMAO. Won the moral victory.
Whatever he wants from his imagination.
Plus,
He's
cannot be
a
killed
god,
by Arthur.
a
Fight his
yellow,
dumbass.
spongy god of death.
And that's
You're not
why
wrong.
he beats Goku.
At least Arthur finally got to be a real hero. And at the end of the
SpongeBob
day,
versus
that's what
Superman.
matters.
Make it happen,
Yeah,
death
sure,
battle.
whatever, pal. He's dead. Too bad for the King of the Seas. That sure was one sweet victory.
Oh.
The winner.
That
winner
wasn't even a
is
pun. That was
Kenny.
actually a really good reference.
Yeah.
Okay, before we go on, there's a little cameo right
You see it? I see
right
it.
here.
Oh, what?
Hi, Columbo.
Oh, I didn't see that.
This is
Columbo?
Columbo.
Why is Columbo there?
Why? I
I
don't get
have
it.
no idea.
Why do I don't know why he's there? But okay, let me get to the tier list and I'll start the
It's
timer.
time for a death battle. I'm gonna put this
time
above
for
Justin
Aquaman's
Bieber versus
funeral.
Rebecca Black, but below
Well, what
Deadpool
about
versus
our
Pinkie Pie.
what about our tier
Same.
list? Where would you put it? Is-
Below. Okay, so
Fuck. Where would you put him?
Fuck, it has to. You're okay. So our tier list is completely fucked up. Mine is the only one that's right. So
No.
I was waiting for you to
Welcome
realize
to the
what I just
Mehcast, where the
said.
points don't matter and the tiers are
No,
useless.
but where would you
Okay,
put
so putting it over on mine, I'm gonna put it below. I'm gonna put it above Justin Bieber versus Rebecca Black, but below Deadpool versus Pinkie Pie. But over on this one, scroll.
Where would you
Sorry,
put this
I was
thing?
grabbing it.
Over on this one, I have to say, it's got to be above Samurai Jack versus
Really?
yeah, Afro
I'd-
Samurai, yeah.
I'd
Oh,
put it
man.
above Scrooge McDuck versus
Excuse me.
Shovel Knight.
I would put it
You know
in-
what?
I actually put it
I
right
agree with
above,
Alex. You know what? I agree with Alex, and there's one reason. I'm not gonna joke around on this. This episode made me cry. Genuinely, the
ending,
Aquaman thing
Dude,
genuinely made me cry. I've never had an
I almost
episode.
cried laughing. Are you talking
Dude,
about?
what-
Like,
No, I'm
One
talking
Piece.
about emotionally. Like it broke me. Like I was just like, oh my god. I don't. Oh my god, this episode. There's so
Yeah,
much.
I kind of feel.
there's-
I kind of
there's-
feel sorry for Super Friends Aquaman.
I did like
Oh,
the
I
fact
mean,
that
how
no, like
wouldn't
think
you?
about it like this. Think about it like this. This episode did the impossible and made you feel bad for the most pathetic sack of shit version of Aquaman in existence. That
already
was
did.
that
saying that. That's
possible.
like saying that fucking Matt Pat
No,
had a
like-
good line.
I know, but the fact that it made me cry, I mean, that's a whole other level, man. Like, I don't think they'll ever make me do that again. This episode, it just does so much right. The
100%
analysis is
JoJo.
super funny. The animation's great. It had a genuinely great emotional core, which is really weird. Like, SpongeBob's speech to Aquaman was genuinely great. It's still, as I was watching this, it still made me tear up. Like, genuinely,
Yeah,
it's
that's
great.
because they actually, take cues from older SpongeBob and not newer SpongeBob.
Well, no, there's some newer SpongeBob stuff that's just as good, but that's all.
Yeah, I
that's
know,
a whole other.
obviously, but in
That's a.
terms of humor and actual writing, they take more cues from that.
Oh yeah, absolutely,
Right, yeah.
absolutely, yeah, absolutely. There's just, oh my god, there's so much love about this episode, and I want to go on over and over and over. But I'll just make it short. Analysis was amazing. Animation was great. It has a great emotional core and genuinely good action. It's probably the funniest episode they've ever done, and it's hard to top. It's very, very hard to top. So I'm on agreement with Alex. Above Samurai Jack, which is again really surprising, but absolutely. Gizmo, you're up in 3, 2, 1, go.
It's time for a death battle, but I wouldn't put it that high. Look, you can praise it as much as you want and say it's high up there, but I wouldn't say it's like almost perfect. You know, the analysis for SpongeBob is good. The analysis for Super Friends Aquaman's good, but I really wish they touched upon the Super Friends comic book. That's something that not many people know about, and I would have loved for them to at least bring up.
That's fair.
You know,
I didn't even know about it until now, though. So
it's fair, and I would have at least liked for him to mention some of the stuff he's done in there. Same thing with SpongeBob. You know, like okay, well, he's got the games, he's got the show. He had comic books too, but they don't
they
bring that
mentioned
up.
some of those.
Yeah, but they don't bring that up until they don't really bring most of that stuff up until like near the end.
No, they bring up in the analysis, like the fusion thing.
Yeah, but that's it. Like
Mm.
that's it. Like I would have also loved to see the fight go on a little longer. Like again, like they're in Bikini Bottom. It would have been funny to see, let's say, I don't know, Super Friends Aquaman carry the bucket and try and hit SpongeBob over the head with it. Like some accidentally summon the anchovies when they're at the Krabby Patty or at the.
Oh, that would have been great.
Stuff like that that they don't really take advantage of.
Okay, so they could have done a lot of cool stuff.
Oh
But
yeah,
they
and
did a lot of cool stuff as it was. So,
yeah, and that's why I gotta put it. That's why while I still agree it does belong, it's time for Death Battle. I think if anything, it belongs right above Wario versus King Dedede.
Above or you say above?
Right above.
All right. Cool. RGS, you're up in where's the timer? Shit. Hang on. Where's the timer? There it is. 3, 2, 1, go, RGS.
Right, so it's actually well animated and consistent throughout, which is honestly an achievement for Death Battle, considering that a lot of their episodes are either mostly consistent, but it's fucked
Gizmo,
up,
you're echoing.
or can I get restart my timer for the echo?
Not echoing, man.
Yeah, you're good. You're good. All right. Continue, RGS.
Alright.
I paused it.
Right, so yeah, mostly consistent but flubs up at some point, or I better not be fucking echoing.
You're good.
Right. Mostly consistent or not really that consistent at all. I'll have to ignore that. It does well to convey the point that SpongeBob is grossly overpowered, but they actually do enough to respect both. And I like that they take more cues from older SpongeBob in terms of actual writing and making SpongeBob a well-meaning idiot than making him just a malicious, jovial
Psychopath.
idiot. Yeah, psychopath. I
Yeah.
prefer that, and I like that. And while I'm a rotten core of a human that doesn't get sad about a lot of things, I will admit the nice speech he had with Aquaman was really nice, and it kind of reminded me why I actually like SpongeBob for a bit. So yeah, no, it's fine. It's perfectly great for it's time for a death battle. I wouldn't put it that high because I don't think it's the best, but I would definitely put it above Pokemon versus Digimon because I just think it's much more consistent and not as janky in comparison to that or Power Rangers versus Voltron.
Oh, that's got to piss off Sheamus, but fair enough. Sheamus, you're up in 3, 2, 1, go.
I think this foul was shit.
What?
Okay.
Wow.
I know it sucks to hear you guys say that this fight was the bee's knees, but this fight was lackluster as hell. It was just like a joke-a-thon, and it wasn't even that funny. If you heard, I never laughed even once. And I like SpongeBob. I have ambivalence to Aquaman, but it was just lame. And I feel kind of like the fact that Ben said he cried was a little bit cringe, considering there are far better pieces of media that warrant that reaction. But
Which
you know
death battle?
But you know what? I can bitch about watching One Piece any time of day or week or month or year or millennium or decade. But yeah, no, this episode was overrated, honestly. And I'm not just saying that because I think Modern Death Battle is a bit overhyped because it felt kind of lame. Why would SpongeBob summon multiple clones of the fake SpongeBob when he knew from past experience that led to calamity?
Why would he have the magic pencil even though he gave it back to the artist?
That point alone,
He has done that in the
kind of
in the show multiple times.
So
to be
I'm gonna
fair.
put it at. It was fine because at least it was okay. Mid tier of it was fine because at least it was kind of well produced and they made a new track for
You're
it.
out
And,
of time.
Mid of it was fine.
All right, so Kevin, where'd you say you put it? Kevin?
I had it at around. I had her above Scrooge McDuck versus Shovel Knight.
All right, so we got one for Scrooge McDuck, we got one for above Wario, we got one for above Pokemon, and 2 for above Samurai Jack. And Sheamus, he put it was fine, so at the very, very bottom. So it's kind of all over the place. So let's put it right here.
Nah, no, put
That's
it
fine.
Nah, that's
Give
not
it,
how
give it,
the
give it
average
my
goes.
average. It's got to go
How
lower
would
than
it-
that.
Lower. Okay. Here.
No, we're not even in It's Time for a Death Battle anymore. We're in Worthy Death tier right here.
No,
With me
how?
putting it-
We have more
I put it-
votes for It's Time for a Death Battle.
It's true, unfortunately, Seamus.
Yeah.
Except for Death Battle, One Worthy Death, and I think there was another guy who said it was fine.
No, it was all It's Time for a Death Battle except for Sheamus, who put it was fine.
Because I felt it was lackluster, unfortunately.
So
Anyway,
again,
let's
there's-
just leave-
there's- No. There was 2 for above Jack, 1 for above Pokemon, 1 for above Wario, and 1 above Scrooge McDuck. So where would the average be?
Low Time for Death Battle.
See,
No,
I
it's-
would just kind of put it.
Let's leave it right there.
I think if anything, it would to make it fair, it would have to be like in between Booster and Obi-Wan.
Yeah, I feel like
Yeah.
that's
Alright,
what-
just put it there and then let's move on.
Let's go, VV.
Alright.
Sorry you didn't enjoy it though, Sheamus.
I can see that Ben and is
I
certainly
want
looking
to
forward to Chris
complain.
Pratt.
I want to complain.
And again,
Oh,
Give
oh,
me-
you
Yeah!
Oh,
Yeah!
no!
Yeah!
And again,
yes!
I want to complain.
I'm so happy
I
to hear
want
Why
to
do you want to
complain.
complain, Alex?
Oh, hey, I can complain again.
Yeah!
Fuck.
Yes!
We almost had it. We were almost free.
Yes!
My
that's
girl.
what-
Wow, lovely.
You
A good,
almost got your wish.
finally, a good fucking
Oh.
matchup tonight. Thank
Oh,
you.
God damn.
Oh, this matchup is terrible. Seamus. You should feel bad.
Gizmo.
No, it's a good
This episode's
matchup. and you
great.
should feel
I don't know
bad.
what's with the hate for this. episode.
Gizmo,
I thought it was good.
I got
You
bad
should
news.
feel bad.
Are you a fan of Ryuko?
Yeah, I know what the results are. Boy, shush.
Okay, just wanted to make sure.
Shush.
Shadow the Hedgehog.
How the edge?
Ow, the edge.
Oh, damn.
You know, some people try to tell me that Ryuko, would be better with her
One's
feet
a persona
from.
and the other is the original character. It's time to find out creator versus creation tonight on Death Battle.
The character writing for Ryuko in this death battle is shit.
Grandfather to the Dr. Eggman we
Nah.
all know. had a
It is.
his granddaughter,
We'll get to
Maria,
it. We'll get to
was
it.
dying.
Early on, this would have been acceptable, but by the end of it, no.
We'll get to it.
Anyway, as I was saying,
Hey,
somebody once posted like a suggestion for a death battle, which is Geostellar versus Ryuko Matoi, and I'm like, unless Ryuko had a feat where she walked around on the inside of a black hole,
Better question, since when were hedgehogs
without being
ultimate
damaged in the
disease-curing
slightest.
forms? I mean,
I still
Gyro
like the
was a
matchup.
lizard,
I mean-
sort of makes sense.
I mean,
Also,
think about it like this.
Mattel
Kill is
had
the same as
tissue,
Sonic
but then he
Adventure
went
2,
from
so
this
it's
Sonic-
bound to
No,
happen.
it's
Sonic
not.
is the
It is
ultimate cure
not.
for,
The ending maybe, but no. Everything else.
Anyway, as I was saying,
Cure for the horny that is Amy the Hedgehog.
anyway, as I was saying, guys, as I was saying,
Shadow's powers are
and
direct
somebody tried suggesting me like, we should, we should totally count the feats of Ryuko in Kill la Kill if, but I'm just like, but the events in that game were just a dream.
They were a what if. That's it. They weren't
That's-
canon.
No, they were not canon. They're literally just
I just
a
said
dream.
that. They're not canon.
They're just like
what
a
if.
mutual. They're a mutual dream in that both Satsuki and Ryuko had.
Yeah.
Look at that thing.
He's used
That
some of
game
the
was
same
lackluster,
power-ups
like,
that
it was
Sonic
good,
picked up,
but-
like barriers
I
and-
like it, but yeah, there's some things where I gotta say it's really
Don't
shit.
say that about Sonic Adventure 2. That'll make me cry.
Like, for example, in Kill la Kill if, some of the characters are locked into story mode and that's it.
However,
Like, that's
all
no,
those
dumb.
abilities
no,
and equipment
no,
are
the-
mere accessories
no,
to Shadow's
dude.
true power.
Yeah,
The
two
might
characters
of
unlocked
chaos
in that are the
itself.
what if characters.
Even without an emerald on hand,
Yeah,
Shadow
that's
can summon
dumb.
similar
Let me
power,
play the what if fun
manifesting attacks like
broken
Black Tornado,
characters.
Chaos Blast, or the
Wait,
deadly
what do you mean they were
Chaos
locked
Spear.
to the,
So there are a few story missions where specific forms of Ryuko and the other girl are locked in the story mode
Satsuki?
exclusively. Yes. And they had unique move sets and everything, but you can only play them in the story mode, and that pisses me off.
A life,
Oh, that kind of sucks. So
Maria.
Yeah.
That's nothing new. Dragon Ball Z Budokai, the first one, there's a what-if story where Cell accidentally absorbs Krillin. Instead of there's like a character you can play as where it's like Cell is shrunk into Krillin size and his like scales and everything are like turned into like Krillin's color palette when he was learning the Gi. That's the only time you'll ever get to play Krillin Cell, I like to call.
And just like any teenage
Hello.
boy, he's got some serious mood swings he doesn't like to talk about.
Which can actually affect his abilities. With negative emotion, his raw power intensifies.
Remember,
With
guys,
positive
Shadow
emotion,
can't
he
use
gains more
like
control.
good chaos
But
control
when it
when
comes
he
down
doesn't
to
have
it,
ammo.
the government
Let's
may
also
not
not-
Use it without the chaos
Shadow
emerald.
And let's also not forget one
Yeah, he can
thing,
use it with
RGS.
chaos control. He can't use it
It's,
with
um,
version, like the fully stopped time version.
Oh, right.
And let's also not forget one thing.
This is why
A
Shadow has
Shadow
inhibitor
post
which limit how
Sonic
chaos
06
energy
is
can be released at
multiversal
once.
level.
When he does remove
Yeah.
it,
Well,
what
yeah,
he
duh,
loses
because
in
he
control
fought
is made up
Solaris.
for by a massive
Yeah.
increase in power.
So-
Of the whole chaos
Yeah,
energy.
So this matchup is basically Ryuko's funeral.
Well, you duh.
It was
We all
Yes.
talked about the Mario and Sonic
Cool.
scaling.
Well,
They're
good luck
both
with that. All the rings I'm
ridiculous.
giving out to people always get sent back
You
eventually.
took everything from
Anyway,
me.
Spikey is so
Duh.
powerful. He teleported
I
me
don't
to
even
my
know who
space
you
body,
are.
and even a giant
Nah,
asteroid.
see, I just like
Plus,
the
he's held back
duh.
this huge space wet monster.
and of course, tapping into the power of additional chaos
Shadow the
emeralds
Hedgehog
increases
beat
his
the
power
Space
to
Hydra.
unbelievable heights.
By
Yes.
doing a tango with all seven, he can turn into Super Shadow. Now,
You know,
without
Hawk Girl
Power
once
Rangers,
asked
Storm can't
Batman
stick
and
around
if
for more than a
if
full
the
minute.
outfit
While he's
that she was
golden,
wearing
he's
made
got
her
super
butt look
enhanced
big.
abilities, is basically
You do got a big ass.
and he can fly.
And you know what
Shadow's
Batman
not surviving
and thought to
Sonic, but he's
himself
just
when
as tough as Sonic,
when he
who
was
survived
given
the
that
space
question?
station death egg exploding right in front of
He was
him.
like,
Damn.
Most impressively, as
all right,
Super
Batman,
Shadow, he
and
Super
you've done this
Sonic
before.
required
Whatever
him
you
to
do,
fight an
don't say
aquarium,
yes.
obliterating it. This would take over
Yes.
a whole exaton
And then he just gets smacked around by Hawk Girl.
All this happened because after 50 years of
Ah, he's
Shadow being
Batman.
trapped,
He's got
Eggman
two
himself
wars. He
released
plans
him to
this
conquer the
well.
world. Sonic and Crew had to stop him from destroying all mankind, but really, he's so fast he'd wreck anyone's shit before they'd notice.
Shadow has dodged gunfire and destroyed enemies without being seen.
You know,
but his
RGS, I would
light
think
speed
you'd get
attacks
the
are stated
reference.
as being exactly that. Light
Yeah.
speed. Almost 3 million meters per second.
So Shadow's super strong and super fast.
Their
Sense is a
injustice
formidable
gets
enemy to just about
weird,
anyone.
man.
Lucky for our heroes, they inspired
Great
Shadow to
fucking
regain
idea.
his memories
Anyway,
of
back
Maria,
at Shadow.
who
Please,
actually
Sega,
wanted him to
please
protect humanity.
Keep
instead
doing
of,
Shadow
you know,
not as flanderized,
destroy
but like
He
actually
may
make
have
him look a
softened
bit
up,
better.
but he'll always
When is
be
Shadow the
that edgy
Hedgehog 2
hedgehog
coming
we
out?
love to hate.
Never.
When
No.
is Shadow the Hedgehog
No.
1 being released to Steam?
Oh.
When
No!
is Sonic Heroes coming out in HD?
Never.
Thousands of
I
years
actually wouldn't
ago,
mind
there's
playing
a known as
Shadow
Oh, yeah,
fight
sequel.
Tomodachi.
crashed to Earth.
Need a
These
Shadow the
Hey, look,
Hedgehog.
it's
attached themselves to the
LCD.
most intelligent species they could find. Humans.
Of
They
course.
even got humans to
Human.
make
Technical
them into
primates, but
clothes,
yeah,
so it
it's
was
human.
easier for them to
Remember,
live on Earth.
kids, all
Provide
clothes
viewers
are
with
evil.
Oh,
gratuitous fan
damn.
service.
Yeah.
Oh, Satsuki.
Anyway, the light
Remember,
fighters
she's a
continued to
minor.
evolve more quickly
Fucking
as
cares?
With Ben,
But
Ben,
some
she's a
I am a
cartoon.
hypocrite.
such
I am a
powers
hypocrite.
like Ryuko
I am a
Satsuki-
hypocrite.
had access to the
He's
Satsuki,
the kind of guy who points out how much cruelty goes into making a hamburger and how it's made of cows before we bite into our goddamn Big Mac.
They attempted
Ben,
to turn
I-
fibers into
I don't
both
mean to
of their
disturb you,
daughters.
Don't
but
answer
The
that.
first daughter was
Satsuki
too
is
old for the
actually
experiment to be a
of
success, and it
legal
appeared that their
consent,
infant second
consenting
daughter
age.
was also a
Speaking.
failure.
The
She
internet
is.
told me she was a
Threw her
minor.
away.
Nope.
Ryuko's a minor, but
Actually, RGS in Connecticut, he's of consenting age.
For this child,
well,
her
yeah,
father
in
couldn't
fucking
stand by
in
Ryuko's
Scotland, she's
decision
also
and
consenting
rescued her,
age. But I'm still
assuming
not
the
going
name
to screw someone on
God
that
damn,
way.
he
And
changed his
17.
entire face.
She's 17 years old. She's close.
Oh yeah,
She's close to 18.
I thought she was 15 for some
No.
reason. I don't know why.
They established early on that she's 17.
It's been years since I've watched the show. Forgive me for my own stupidity. Also, I did the underage joke as a joke.
This was the first half of what would
Well,
become
the
internet-
his
internet
signature weapon.
Look,
Did you
Twitter
know?
tells me that this is
In
some
Ishii's
kind of
last moments,
problem.
he urged Ryuko
So,
to find whoever wielded the other half of
Twitter
the weapon,
told me
the
though.
one who killed him.
Oh, God.
I always believe
Oh, God, it's
everything Twitter says.
They're actually one of the only weapons
Oh,
that
God,
can
it's a
cut and
petite
destroy life
little
fibers,
girl.
which is important when your opponents are all using, you know, life fibers.
I would say
Jesus Christ, the
Yeah.
scissor sword.
Yeah. By the way, the anime's great. Everyone watch it.
Anyway, with the quest
Yeah.
for
I
revenge
actually-
and half a scissor blade, she started hunting down her father's
Also,
killer.
I love the
She
dub,
couldn't
but
do
the
it by
dub
herself,
adds
so
an
she found a
excessive
skimpy
amount of
sailor suit
cursing.
to help her
It's
out.
amazing.
Like that one bit.
Anaplex.
This is Senketsu.
It's
I was
good
gonna
though.
say, I think I have it, and then I realized, wait a
Also
second,
known
this
as
is
a
an
camel.
Anaplex show.
Now,
No, I
there's plenty
don't.
of clothing out
Yeah,
there made
they
with some life
the
fibers.
Okay.
dub release
Probably
for
like
the
Senketsu
physical is
unique in that it's made
bullshit.
of
Like 3
100%
episodes cost like
life
$90.
fibers. And yes,
I
I
ain't
said
paying for that
living
shit.
suit.
They actually put out the complete series for.
Did they?
Yes.
Oh my god, I need to look into that.
Yeah, that's not creepy at all.
Not
I'm
just
kinda
anyone
sad
can wear
that,
Senkets, as they have to
that
successfully
might
bond
be-
Yeah,
with
funnily
them.
enough, David Vincent, the voice of Senketsu, actually really liked recording that bit where he's like, "Oh yeah, I love that ironing."
And when she and Senketsu learned how to work together, there wasn't much that could stand in their way.
I'm kind of
He's
sad
more than just a
on
sailor
Amazon
outfit.
Prime they
As a
don't
life
have
fiber
the
construct,
OVA
Senketsu can
episodes,
absorb
the
other life
Resurrection
fibers to
episodes.
increase his own power.
Piracy is an option.
Gain new abilities.
Piracy, baby.
9 anime.
Okay, now,
9
okay, now,
anime.
okay, now keep in mind, and they
He's also able to combine
they
both
characterize
the Senkin and
Ryuko
Chi
as
forms from
very
Wolver's
antagonistic
support.
in this
Admittedly, though,
episode
each of these
towards
transformations
Senketsu when
comes at a cost
she
for
stopped
Ryuko,
being
as they're fueled by
antagonistic
Senkin
towards him
consuming her
and
blood.
near the end of the
We'll
series.
talk about that,
In
but
his
they did base
berserker
off her
form
personality
that
based off
occurs when
the
Ryuko
early,
gets
which
too
is
upset,
dumb.
and
Yeah, it
Senketsu
really
gets
is
Yeah.
stupid.
We'll
If
get
not
to
stopped
that.
in
We'll
time,
get
she
to
could
that.
die from too much blood loss.
Of course.
But most impressive is when Ryuko straight up goes flying Super Saiyan and Senketsu turns into his Kisaragi form.
Hot.
It's way more powerful.
Literally, it's too hot. Oh god, it
Hot,
burns.
hot, 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 hot,
Well,
hot,
a
hot,
popular
hot,
theory
hot.
suggests that it's all a metaphor for puberty. Senketsu pulling out Ryuko's blood is
Why do you have to talk about this?
No, you don't need to talk about this, Wiz. Shut the fuck up.
Adulthood.
Wiz, stop.
Shut up.
You're getting the FBI before.
The fuck up,
Shut
Wizard.
the fuck up.
Wiz, do you have a daughter?
No.
I thought so.
He
At
has
least
a daughter.
having life fiber DNA means she has crazy abilities on top of
Oh, I
Senketsu's
love
transformation,
Mubiyoshi.
like insane super fast healing.
Basically, life fibers restore themselves so quickly that Ryuko's body starts regenerating before a blade has finished cutting through
What
her.
the
Unless
fuck?
someone is quick enough to cut through her body before this
Oh
regeneration
my
begins,
god!
she can survive.
Yeah,
She's
that.
been stabbed and sliced tons of times, including completely
She's
in
basically
half,
like an edgy
and even had
female
her heart
Deadpool,
ripped out of her
but
chest.
more
Can we
naked.
get this chick as the next guest character?
Far more naked.
Basically anybody these days, so...
Strength is
Not a lie.
incredible. At
True,
one point,
though.
She had to blast a hole through a layer of life fibers surrounding the entire planet. Life fibers are stated to be harder than solid steel, so to pull this off, she must have struck with a force equivalent to over 650
Damn.
exatons of TNT.
Which means she'd be able to take a hit that strong too. But with all these powers and more, Ryuko finally found her.
Love that!
And completed the rending scissors.
I
casually cut through skyscrapers.
Oh my
and have
god,
some
I remember
super forms
that.
Of their own. Decapitation mode extends
That's
the blade for
hilarious.
better slicing and dicing, while alumni mode makes them so gigantic they eclipse the freaking
Yeah,
in
yeah, I see
this
them
show.
mention
God
that.
Next to
damn.
Ryuko, one scissor blade is normally about 2.5
3
feet
foot
long.
3.
Scaling up the alumni mode.
No,
would be
she's
about
not that short.
1,017 times larger.
Yeah, I don't fucking
weighing
think
well
so.
over 3 million
No,
Death
because
battle.
If you
she
have
was
a pair of
she was
normal
bending
scissors
that
at home,
way.
imagine
That's why it
lifting
was shorter
50
because they were
billion of those
doing the
all at
angle.
I'd
once.
hope
That's what this is
so.
like.
Jesus
Yeah.
They can slice through 200
That's a small
balls
girl.
5 times each in less than a second.
Damn.
It's us in the scientifically
You know what they say
community
about the
call
small ones.
fast as
Don't
Or
underestimate him.
8,000 times faster than sound. And
Why are
she
they
runs
using
By the way,
the
the
manga?
manga came out
18
around
seconds, which means her
at the
flying
same
speed
time
can
as the
reach
anime.
Mach
making
5
it one of the very
Everybody's
few.
nude.
Why is everyone naked?
Ryuko may not have had the easiest upbringing, but after dedicating herself to revenge for so long, and yet saving the entire planet, she had become something unexpected. A hero.
Completely naked was what I was gonna go with.
We're gonna complain?
No.
Alright.
Good.
All
Watch the
that's our
episode.
set. We've run the data through all possibilities.
It's time for a death battle!
I'm gonna eat a snickerdoodle while I watch this.
And I think this is the third time Shadow's been featured on this.
Yeah, it is.
I already don't like her sprite.
I think it's okay.
It's alright, yeah.
Shadow's sprite blends much better than hers does.
Ooh.
Already?
In she.
Another slap.
That's good animation.
Not really.
Yeah,
God.
the same thing makes her transformation sequence is kind of cool, but her sprite rig is a bit hectic.
How does his feet reach the gas pedal?
He finds a way.
Oh, I like that. Yeah.
He's already kind of low to the ground.
Oh, nice.
Chaos control.
Shadow's voice is not nearly deep enough.
No, it's not even Curtis Arnott voicing him.
Just if anything.
It's fine. I like it.
No, it's not. It doesn't even sound like him.
Here's the thing.
It's
Even,
Sonic.
You should anticipate him.
Doesn't sound like
That's a good Shadow voice right there.
see, she's being unnecessarily antagonistic towards Senkets. She's not like this throughout the whole show.
Kinda was, though.
Yeah.
I said not throughout the whole
she
show.
wasn't.
Her relationship with Senkets got
He's using the gun. He
better.
throws the gun away. That's great.
Did your mommy pack that sword for you?
This fight really should already be over by now.
Nah.
Oh!
Damn.
That hurt.
Have a little faith.
Time to end this. Behold my power.
Why does he need
Okay.
Super Shadow?
Why
He
not?
sounds more like Shadow now.
Oh,
And
the
they're
music's
using-
great here.
And they're using and the way she achieves Kisaragi is basically the same way she achieved it in Kill la Kill If. What the fuck?
I don't see an issue.
I see every issue.
Put it in my butt. Put it in my butt.
Scissor blade.
In a way, they're disavowing it, but they're still gonna use it.
Sayonara, dipshit.
Shut up!
He really doesn't need to do this.
Boy, there is not nearly enough power in Shadow's voice.
Even Kirk Thornton would do better here.
And I'm not saying this because I've been doing Shadow the Hedgehog as one of my primary impressions since I was around 13 years old or anything, but that certainly helps.
You know,
Alex, let's be realistic here. Even Kirk Thornton would do better here.
good the whole time.
Armed with
It's not like
Senket's
Shadow's a
scissor
hard
blades
voice to
and her
do.
life fiber buff.
No, it's not.
Definitely a match for Shadow.
Push it down
into your
Yeah, with her awesome strength
Even-
combined
right,
with her
yeah.
insane
Even with
So,
Kirk,
what I
even
was-
with Kirk
was in a lot of
Thornton's
trouble.
voice,
But even then,
it's
it
still
wasn't a surefire win for the Rocket.
a very
Outside of
easy
his
voice to
super
do.
form, Shadow never withstood anything on the scale of Ryuko's hole in the life fibers surrounding
I still
her.
prefer the Sonic
At her
Adventure 2
maximum
voice.
power,
It's
she
not
could
too
have
edgy,
Yeah,
but
yeah, David Humphrey is still my favorite Shadow
could
voice.
keep up with Sonic the Hedgehog,
Yeah.
whose race against the black hole proves he can move over
Not that cat so blew up with
260,000
you
times
is that.
faster than
What did
sound,
I say?
far
Only
faster
die
than
hard.
anything Ryuko's shown,
Yeah, to a
and
safety,
more than
you
quick
know.
enough to slice through a life
No,
fiber
that
before
was
it has
a
time to
chaos.
heal.
Once the red and black Hedgehog turned red and gold, Ryuko didn't really have a way to take him
The
down.
one time Shadow actually wins a death battle, and it's against someone who has no chance of beating him.
Yeah, he didn't really need to go all out here, but
Well,
I
I mean,
guess they
it's the
wanted
animations
to,
for fun. The animations for fun. Keep that in mind.
Translates to over 2,800
Yeah.
zetatons
even then,
of
we can still
TNT.
critique it as
Yeah, even if it's just for fun, we still gotta critique it. It has its
Yeah,
being
but I mean,
presented.
like, complaining they went Super Shadow, I mean, there's no reason for that.
If he doesn't need to do it, then
Why
that's
not, though?
excessive.
One for the ages,
No, it
but
isn't.
Shadow's
Not at
unmatched
all.
power and speed
It's
proves
very
too much for Our
excessive.
Lady
No,
in
it
Black
isn't.
and Red.
Not at all.
Yes, it is.
No, it isn't.
Did you did you miss the part?
Not at all.
Did you miss the part?
With the edgy girl and the scissor blade.
God
No, really.
damn it,
In
Thornton.
clothing, the Hedgehog couldn't be overshadowed, and Ryuko's life fiber, was snipped.
In the corner.
Shadow the Hedgehog.
In the corner, you poor saps.
This death battle was lame.
It's
Nah.
alright. I don't mind it.
It's really good.
Alex, you go.
Let's see here. I gotta pull up my tier
it's
list.
right.
So...
It's right. Where is it? It's right. It's right here, next to Yoda and
Okay,
Blake.
okay. Have I been muted the whole time, guys?
Yes, you've been muted the whole time.
God dang it! God fucking dang it! I was yelling at Mad during that. God.
No.
So Seamus, how did you feel about that bullshit?
Okay.
No, and we have to wait. We have to wait for his turn.
No, I gotta let him go because I still haven't made up my mind here.
All right, go, Seamus. Give your opinion.
Seamus.
Seamus.
You know what they say? Save the best for last. I'll let you guys go in the order as it is.
All right.
Okay, so I'm gonna put this in a worthy death. I'm gonna put this.
Really? Wait, really?
Yeah. I'm gonna put this all the way at the bottom of a worthy death because I think it's alright.
Wow.
Actually, you know what? Thinking about it, I'll put it down in pretty damn good. I'm gonna put this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put this. Okay, so I'm gonna stop making that noise now. I'm gonna put this below Ganondorf and Dracula.
I was gonna say because hang on, where is it on
Well, the
here,
more I
though?
thought
On
about it, the
list.
less I
mean, where would you put on this tier list? I should have shown
Okay,
it to
so
you.
on this tier list, gotta be above Miles and Static.
Above? Where is that?
Yeah.
I'm on the. I was gonna say because of Worthy Death, that's a bit too. I mean, I liked the episode. I thought it was perfectly fine. I thought it was fun. It had a few weird stuff like Wiz talking about periods and a few out of character moments, but I liked it. It had really some great grand moments. I like some of the combos that were happening. I like Shadow pulling out the gun and be like, no. Like there's a lot of good moments, and there's also just a lot of moments, like enough to keep it down, but it's one I could revisit without issue for the most part. I would put it above Amy Rose's episode because that deserves to be lower. That's just me, though. I don't really have anything else to say.
You're really gonna gloss over my turn?
Yeah, I was just about to say it's your turn. I'm sorry, Kevin. Go on.
Okay, what's below it was fine.
Could have been worse.
Yeah, honestly, it really could have been worse. Because the thing is like, not only is this very out of character, not only is a lot of the character writing really bad for Ryuko, as well as the fact that Wizard supposedly needed to make that stupid period joke that I'm like, shut the fuck up, you stupid idiot. And on top of that, this is, when you consider how far Shadow scales in comparison to Ryuko, this is just a one-sided curb stomp from the word go. Shadow didn't even need to use his super form to win this fight. He could have done so just by removing the inhibitor rings in his normal state, and goes the dynamite. That's it. Game over.
I mean, sure, but the animation's for fun, right? So you gotta let them go all
out. The animation is how the scenario is being presented. Therefore, I'm allowed to critique it as such. Is that wrong, Ben? Or
I mean,
or are you
about using supersonic is kind of weird because they would, like, no matter what.
No, he wouldn't. Like, Shadow isn't gonna use supersonic to defeat a badnik.
No, she's not as powerful as a badnik. She's far more above that. But like, it just feels a little petty.
Okay,
I mean, keep in mind, like, it's for fun, right? Like, let them. Gizmo, you're echoing.
Ben. Yeah. Just because the scenario is for fun doesn't mean that this isn't how they present their argument. The scenario, for Death Battle, is how their argument is shown. So I am to critique it as such, even
usually the animation doesn't match that though, because it's mostly done for fun. Like,
Ben.
let's be honest.
And that's one of the biggest problems with
Ben.
Death
Yeah, we
Battle
pointed
is
that
when
out
the
before.
animation
That's
is not
why-
representative of how the fight would actually
Yeah,
go.
but some of the best animations in Death Battles ever had would be worse if it followed it. Like, let's be honest there.
Good animation does not. Good
Like, if
animation
Samurai
does
Jack-
not
if
carry
Sam-
a plot.
If Samurai Jack and Afro Samurai followed it, it would be a much different battle and thus would be
No,
worse.
it wouldn't. That was how
Yes,
it would
was.
go.
Yes, it was.
If it was presented on television, that is how the Death Battle would play out.
Yes.
I don't really see the. I mean,
Anyway,
that's
anyway,
no, the animation.
anyway,
the
in could have been
match the research. So
anyway, in could have been worse between Natsu versus Ace and Goku versus Superman 2. Moving on.
All right, Gizmo, you're up.
I don't know what you're on, man. Like, did you slip something in your Kool-Aid? Did you crush something in your apple pie this morning by accident? Look. I get that there's gonna.
How about you stop criticizing what I think and go on about your opinion?
No.
Talking to Ben.
No,
Gizmo, you're up.
Yep. So again, you must have crushed something in your cereal this morning by accident. I don't see what the problems with this. It's like, okay, yeah, the Wiz thing being with the period joke, but like that's not really a joke. That's more of like a theory joke, because let's face it, there's been a lot of weird ass, crazy, cringy theories out there when it came to anime. Let's not pretend that there isn't, especially in media in general. So him bringing that up, I think that was just him poking fun at the anime community as well as Kill la Kill community in general. I think that was
Honestly,
a little.
I just kind of thought that he'd be going to get a strong-worded letter from the FBI.
Well, regardless of what you might think of it, I think it could have been better, that joke. But if anything else, the animation over the top, but I think I like it because of how over the top Kill la Kill was to begin with. Shadow could have used more than just one goddamn weapon, considering he's known to use fucking guns. So I at least
why didn't he use his guns? That's the problem.
Okay, throwing away the pistol, that makes sense. You're going up against someone who can literally turn her own clothes into armor. I expected like a shotgun, an Uzi, a bazooka, maybe even a grenade, but just using the sword, I buy that he can use the sword, but only the sword. Come on, man. At least take out a gat. At least take out one gat. The speed thing, the strength stuff. Again, all over the top. But I like that's that's basically how it was with Shadow. That had the Shadow's game with the Kill la Kill show, and I think it fit best because of it. And the thing with Ryuko and Senketsu, I think it was on character. Okay, yeah, maybe she wasn't constantly on Senketsu's ass, but she was.
How much of Kill la Kill? How much of Kill la Kill have you seen?
Enough. I at least know enough that she wasn't 100% on Senketsu's ass all the time. I know that much, but her being on Senketsu's ass at that moment, okay, yeah, that fits. It fits. I'm not gonna. Because, like I said, I've seen enough of it to know that it fit her character. The results on
I'll wait until my turn.
saying that it's too much of a stomper or anything. It's like you wouldn't know though, because not many people know Shadow or outside of maybe that one game of maybe a few appearances, and that's it. Keep in mind, not many people read the comics. Not many people play the side games of the Sonic series. Some people just play 1, 2, 3, Adventures 1 and 2, and maybe Heroes, and then that's it. You don't know how many these games these Sonic fans truly really do play. But all said and good, all that said, I think it belongs in pretty damn good, right above maybe Crash versus Spyro.
That's fair. All right, RGS, I know you wanted to rant about this, so you're up in 3, 2, 1, go.
Honestly, I just wanted to say, since I've seen the whole thing and I even saw the graduation episode, her being on Zenketsu's ass isn't very in character at the end of the series. Her and Zenketsu are fucking tight. They're like fucking brothers. Brother and sister, actually.
Yeah,
They are
I was
fucking
gonna
tight as
say.
shit. They are tight as fuck. If Senket says, "Oh, we should play this carefully," Ryoko would take that in mind and be like, "Oh shit, you're right. Right. So let's watch him." And so it would create a more interesting fight with Zenketsu's more strategic mind and Ryuko's very go-getting attitude. While it's fine to kind of have her swear and remark like, "Oh shit, that hurt," Ryuko has matured as a character to be a much more capable combatant, and it would be interesting to see Shadow not use the Chaos Emeralds because it is a stomp for Shadow's sake. So I think it would have been interesting to see how far he's pushed before the Emeralds come into play. I do think he should have used the gun because it's still a viable weapon, and it would show that the life fibers can resist gunfire, so it would be a nice, neat way. And I think they should have been a bit more overt with it because both series are very on the nose and very ex- explosive, expressive. You should have done more. Really should have done more with both the characters. Shadow's sprite is pretty darn good, to be honest.
Your timer went
well.
off.
Sorry.
I'm
Point
sorry.
is, Ryoko looks weird. She's not very in character. It does kind of pale in comparison to a lot of the stuff we see. Blah blah blah. I agree with Kevin's thing where it goes and it could have been worse.
All right, let's see what Sheamus has to say. Since he was muted the whole time, I'm just gotta let him go loose. So go crazy, Sheamus.
I was muted the whole time.
Yeah.
What fight were we watching again?
Yes, we were. Yes, the whole time.
Ryuko.
I don't know about you guys, but
No.
go with the edgy girl with the scissors.
Can you turn your mic up, dude? We can barely hear you.
All right, let me get close to the mic. That might help.
Yeah, there you are.
There we go.
All right. Okay. I'll be fair. I'll be frank. This matchup needed to happen because people have been making the first Sona and Ryuko argument ever since Ryuko even existed, like 10 years ago. Which, yes, Kill la Kill is 10 years old. Huzzah! Huzzah!
God.
Hurrah!
I'm
Hurrah! We're old. God damn it!
I still smash.
I mean,
Fuck
it
y'all.
depends. It depends on which state or country you live in because she's 17 and like the age of consent change depending on.
But
state
get on top, guy. Get on topic.
Back on topic. You said smash. I would get. I decided to make my point on that. Back on
She's
topic.
27 now, though.
Back. That's not the point. That is not the point. But well then by that logic, like freaking Ash Ketchum is like what 47. All right,
He should be.
You know,
Really should be.
Okay. Again, okay. My point is to this battle itself. It was okay. It was like it felt in the first half. It was very kind of like quippy, but my God, in the second half, it shined like Super Shadow, like glistening in the sunlight, which he was pretending to be the goddamn sun at that point in the fight. The fact that it went extraterrestrial in the second half fits both Sonic Adventure 2, which is what the version of Shadow that they were obviously going for, because he barely used any of the weapons of Shadow the Hedgehog, aside from the black armed sword at that one point. They were clearly referencing Sonic Adventure 2 more than anything else.
Yeah.
So the fact that the fight went from terrestrial to extraterrestrial, and it felt natural because that's how both series led, that was good. But fight ending felt a little bit lackluster. But I will not lie, I was yelling like mad when I was muted during this in hype because it was so good seeing Super Shadow and like Ryuko like Ultra Fibers going against each other, even if they tried to use an OVA fact that was non-canon because it was an OVA and never happened in the
Wasn't
series
the
itself.
anime the main canon? They both came out at the
Yes,
same time.
but the OVA that had Ryuko like have a gigantic scissor blade against the Ryuko Academy or what have you, that never happened in the series. That's an
Okay.
OVA That's non-canon, and yet they tried to.
I thought the OVA actually was canon to the series.
No, it's not. No.
Are we sure
like
it's
saying,
not?
It's like saying Kill la Kill If is canon. It's not.
No, Kill la Kill F is actually not canon.
Kill
but
la Kill
I
F is what
heard
if
that
though.
people say that
OVA took place
is
after
canon.
the series. I mean,
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah,
I'm not here to debate about it. Yeah.
The point being is, it was good for the second half, but the first half was kind of subpar. So, with that said, I expected for it to be it's time for a death battle if it was only the second half, but that first half drags it down hard. And the fact that Shadow does not, like you guys have been saying, Shadow doesn't use his arsenals like he did in Shadow the Hedgehog, despite the fact that he used the black armed sword at that point. It seems a little bit, they could have done a little bit more with that. So for me, it's at the bottom of pretty damn good. Like, literally right below Shang Tsung and Akuma, honestly, because it's very mixed.
All right, so to recount the votes, we got 2 could have been worse, and
It's kind of surprising you let me talk that long.
I mean,
honestly.
yeah, as I said, you were muted, so I wanted to give
That
you
was
some
not my
leeway
choice.
there.
That was my inept.
I know. It wasn't your choice, but I wanted to be nice. So we got 2 votes for could have been worse and 4 for pretty damn good. Pretty damn good wins. So let me retally the votes. So the bottom. So all right. So to go recap, Alex said above Miles. I said above Amy. Gizmo said above Crash. Shima said the bottom. I'm gonna count Kevin and RGS's as bottoms as well since they voted lower. So
Wording, phrasing.
Just leave it. Leave it there. Let's move on.
We'll just put it right here, just so the upper votes get a little bit of leeway.
Let's
and I
just
think
move
that'll
on.
Be good. Yeah, let's. Here we go.
Spin the wheel.
What we gotta get?
Yeah, I just had to look.
Hopefully, it won't be muted this time.
The OVA is
Oh, wait! What are we gonna get?
Kirby vs. Majin
Oh,
Buu. Oh,
Wow. Okay.
I actually really like this fight a lot. This fight's really good.
This is a great one. This was the episode after Goku versus Superman 2.
Oh no!
And also, I actually remember who
amazing.
wins this fight, so it's good by my logic.
It's time for a death battle.
So let me get this straight.
Okay, before we do that, let's actually watch the episode before.
Oh no!
Okay, so let me get this straight. We're pitting a gorilla against a multiversal character.
And the Mario characters are multiversal.
Let me check Donkey Kong real quick.
No, the versus battle page lacks the versus battle page nerfs this guy, man.
Nerfs Donkey Kong.
Yeah.
He's 3C.
I mean,
that's higher than I thought they would put him, honestly.
So he's Galaxy level.
It's our job to analyze
he
the
should be
skills
higher.
to find who would win a punch battle.
Why is Donkey Kong looking like a character from what was that game called?
Oh, do you remember like the cutscenes in Brawl? They were great.
Yes. Very good production value.
Worth noting that they aren't using the super forms.
They should.
No power-ups either. They're not using any power-ups. It's equal.
Yeah, no. What about Knuckles using the bird claws? Like from Sonic.
Oh, I mean that's a part of his equipment. So yeah.
That counts the
They don't
power
really
up.
do much damage in terms
not
of like
power-up.
combat.
This powerful ape was named, you guessed it, Donkey Kong.
Original.
Gorilla, Donkey Kong naturally
I
loves
love Donkey Kong
bananas.
Country so
No,
much.
no, no, no.
Donkey
Donkey
Kong
Kong
Country
Country
is better than Super
returns
Mario
and-
World.
Okay, guys, still going full monkey right now,
Here's
alright?
the reason why we no longer do the news during Mario Party.
Oh, we gotta do Donkey Kong 64 at some point.
Banana Slammer!
From under his nose. That's what happens when you hog.
We're gonna go
every
mental
banana
during
on
this
the
episode,
island
aren't
to
we?
yourself. Just basic supply and demand.
Oh god.
Donkey Kong weighs 800
Actually,
pounds and
you know what we
stands
ought to
about
do?
8 feet
When
tall.
we're done with
That's
this,
almost
we should
twice as big
cut
as a normal
and
gorilla.
then do
100
next
pounds
episode.
is my ass.
Sure, why not?
By
Alright.
finding ways to kill crocodiles.
No.
Crushing them with his sheer weight.
Oh, we gotta set up a preview before the next episode.
We know, don't worry.
Banano Slamo. Oh, and let's not forget the fact that Donkey Kong wants to shower you with coconut coconut cream pie.
Why did he do this to Diddy Kong?
He was trying to save Diddy Kong from Bowser.
Yeah, he was trying to save Diddy Kong from Bowser from being turned into a trophy.
This is similar to a
That game's good, by the way.
Yes.
fire while falling through the atmosphere at 25,000 miles per
His
hour.
punch is goddamn.
It's only a matter of time before the
Hey.
apes take over.
That's when we play Donkey Konga.
Have impressed the scientific community by using basic tools.
Finally
Donkey
here,
Kong is a little
performing for you. If you know the words, you can join in too. Put your
That was a
hands
real
together
shotgun in the
if you
original.
wanna
Yeah,
clap
the original
as
is
we
an
take
actual
you
shotgun.
through this
Nomura, not
monkey rap.
Nomura. I'm sorry.
going to be a
Miyamoto saw it and
If he
said,
shoots you,
"Why is it a
it's gonna
gun?
hurt.
Change
At
it."
least that's what the DK rap tells
What
us.
happened was like he suggested to be a login step.
From the Kongs
Yeah.
He didn't.
I think he drew a
uh,
picture and showed them what it should look like, and they went with it.
Yeah, he didn't outright say change it or anything like that. He suggested it be something else.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, though, that's basically saying to change it. The TV show is unironically one of the best bad shows ever made.
The animation,
So much.
the animation quality went down so hard between seasons 1 and 2.
But the scene, but as you can hear, the scene quality did not go down.
Oh yeah, he sings
Beautiful.
really good.
No,
He's a good singer.
It's terrible.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
absolutely.
I love
he
it.
does sing
Terrible.
good. It's just that
It's
the songs
amazing.
are really odd.
They're so odd, but they're wonderfully
What the
charming.
hell? Okay.
you know, guys.
It does not help.
Listen,
that-
hang on, listen to this, listen to this,
There
listen to
being
this.
any musical numbers, like at all.
Oh, there were 2 in every episode. 40 episodes in all. Your brain likely shut down while watching to protect your fragile conscience.
Whoa! Shall we?
Coconut cream pie.
Good one, Brain.
Oh, God, Candy, what did they do to you?
Donkey Kong has
Guys.
a ridiculous thing.
Guys, it's moments like these that
the
make
one quotable line for that entire show, and it's been taken way out of context.
When I say he ate an
Guys,
entire plate
guys.
It is
Yeah,
so
yeah.
good. It
Hang on,
is.
Kevin, what?
You know what? I
Ain't
blame Joel for
that
this
dial
from
enough
Vine
to
Song
tell
Kevin,
because
hang
he's
on,
the one
Kevin,
who
what
made
were- hang on, Kevin, what were you saying?
It's times like that make me look to my pit bull and ask her, "Are we going to be okay?"
This fucking feat is what
I
caused
love,
this matchup.
I love this feat.
It's that feat that caused Donkey Kong's like or Knuckles like what have you result after this. All right.
The funny thing is that Donkey Kong
God, I
scales to
forgot about
Mario,
that.
who's multiversal, which is just outright absurd.
It's because he fought Kirby and won. Unless you're shit
No,
at Smash
go on,
Bros. in
Kurt,
which
what?
case he lost.
No.
You know, and like, again, he fought against Kirby unless you're shit at Smash Brothers, which means he lost against
What?
Kirby.
That's
It's all relative. By
You're
that
talking about
logic,
Brawl. You're talking about
by
right.
that no, by that logic. By that logic, Byleth could have kicked the shit out of Meta Knight because like it was in Smash Bros. You know, they were in Smash Brothers. You know.
Hey, I got a question for you. How drunk are you?
A little bit, maybe a bit much, but maybe a bit. I was muted for earlier, so you sadly couldn't hear me for a little fair bit. And I feel really bad that you couldn't hear me like hyping up the final section of Ryuko and like Shadow.
We can make up for it here.
I can make up for it tomorrow with a certain thing that
Oh,
happens
listen to this,
tomorrow,
listen to
which-
this.
Do it. You're gonna stop because that's what you do when you're faced with an irresistible force.
Banana Slammer! He didn't say it. Oh, boo.
Hey, Alex.
Nicholas a Kid Hog.
Hey, Alex, it's Idris Elba.
Talent for warfare.
Now that's what
I
I
like
call
that. I love the fact that the movie you said, "Do I look like I need
Dear
your
God, what the
clothes?"
fuck?
Punch
Yeah, for him,
right
for
out,
him.
punches your like Twitter feed right out of there. Punches
Guys,
the clout right out of
Guys, I don't mean to disturb you, but Knuckles has an
Yes, I
invisible
punched my
four-headed
desk for
penis.
that joke, and now my hands hurt.
just killed the shit out of him.
Miraculously, a young
Wait,
Echidna
if-
girl
if,
survived
uh,
and managed
if
to
Bloody
seal
Mary-
chaos
It's a call.
inside
She's
the
adorable.
The
What
Yeah,
do you
Tukal's
do?
great.
You
But I
don't
mean,
think
even
it's
outside of that,
obvious.
Wait, guys. RGS
great.
talking. What were you saying? RGS, what were you saying?
So long as the emerald
If
remains
going by your
strong.
logic,
Sonic
if
lore,
not,
everybody.
if
Centuries
sorry, I was
later,
gonna say,
one final
if Donkey
descendant of the
Kong
Knuckles
scales
clan
to Mario,
remained, and his name
and
was
Knuckles is able to punch out
Knuckles.
Supersonic, that
So
doesn't
not the most
mean that
creative
Knuckles
parenting in the
is
world, but
comparable
hey,
to Supersonic.
Knuckles is the lone
Yes.
guardian of the
Question.
Emeralds, dedicating
His
his
dad
entire life to
microwaved
protecting
his
the
egg
family.
with
no,
chaos
Keep in mind, this
radiation.
is keep in mind this was very early Supersonic, so it's not the same scaling as now.
No.
Uh,
The version which
By
Mario
the
you were using
nefarious
for
Dr.
the Donkey
Eggman,
Kong
of
comparison.
course. As a
Right. I don't know. I get it. You are absolutely right. I just wanted to make the point.
yeah. Yeah, so you gotta really be careful with what you say. Hey, Ben. Because
No, because
you
the
gotta
scaling
be
is different.
really, you gotta be really careful.
No, I know. I'm just.
Sonic the Hedgehog literally
Oh no!
sets into Knuckles
Oh no!
together
Oh
with
no!
the same
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh
no!
no!
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh no! Put that in Slimer.
Hey,
Damn,
guys,
Rouge, just say you want his dick.
I bet you can't say a sentence without the letter A.
Sonic X Rouge in Japanese dub was a special kind of horny.
Yeah.
Shut up. No, shut up.
No,
Get
it
that-
absolutely.
Get that thought out of our mind.
No,
Shut
no,
up.
that's not.
Keep
No,
that in my
no. Like,
mind.
have you seen some of the lines of dialogue she has?
You're
in
saying
Japanese?
that Dan Green wants to
Oh.
fuck a bat. Shut up. Shut up.
No,
I would rather
no, that's not what I'm talking about. No, I'm saying that she's I'm saying that she's horny in the show. That's all I'm saying. That's all I swear. I don't want to. I swear to God.
Horny bastard.
You all deserve that.
Like
Dan Green is
Rogue
already
One-
voice acting in porn already. Let's not make it obvious for him,
No, like
okay?
Rogue wanted to fuck the human. That's not even a joke.
Guys, I don't mean to disturb you, but Mike Pollock has also been in hentai.
Yes,
What is
you
this
have.
about
I said Dan Green has been in hentai. I'm not even joking about that. He
Yeah, I know
that.
Because I mean,
some
Lil
hentai Dan Green
Karibo
has
like
been in.
Lily parodied it, and it was great.
Chicken.
He can also take to the sky and glide, reportedly by trapping air under.
By the way, there was once an abridgment where Knuckles unironically said that he would bang
flying with its nutsack.
what's
Yeah,
his
no, man, none of that.
face?
Yeah, like Knuckles hasn't been in that.
Princess Sarah.
Hey, Sonic Underground.
Oh, and Sonic Underground.
And he can even tunnel through solid metal.
What about his hammer
That
glove?
is an insane feat, by the way.
Oh, if we're
Digging through metal is a really big feat, honestly. You can't dig metal.
Yeah.
okay. Okay, so where's Knuckles' his hammer gloves?
Defeated Super Mecha Sonic. I forgot about that. That's important.
Okay, what is
Yeah,
that?
Knuckles can breathe in space.
Super Mecha
That is a
Sonic
thing that
is-
happens in Sonic X.
Sonic
Actually,
Adventure
you know
2
what?
battle.
All of the characters can breathe in space because Sonic breathes in
alright.
space too.
Alright, for this version of Knuckles, keep this in mind. IDW was not in publication at the time of this Knuckles
Yeah.
episode coming out. They
It was
never
Archie.
factored in. They never factored in the Archie comics
Yeah.
nor the Fleetway versions of this.
Yeah,
They are
the reason
literally
Avalon
basing, they are literally basing this off the games and the
This was
show.
the episode. I did interesting fact. This is the episode to break the Archie thing because once they started doing the research, they realized that Archie. They realized they couldn't keep using Archie because it was simply
Also,
too
they
far
just
from the
used,
source material, so they just decided
And
to
then
say, yeah,
Knuckles
no more.
punched the moon.
Yeah, he punched
And
the moon.
I honestly think it was shit because it means it's boxing in certain versions of characters into certain
Look at him.
versions.
He's punching the
And
moon.
I remember this feat. Yeah, this
Bro,
feat is insane. This feat is insane. He punched the moon into orbit. Honestly,
Kinda.
considering
get
what
to-
Donkey
we'll
Kong
get
did
to that,
earlier,
we'll
it
get
makes
to
him a more worthy matchup than you might think.
Why are they
Honestly-
compositing
Hey,
traits
guys,
from Sonic
guys,
Boom
guys,
Knuckles?
Sonic Boom Knuckles has feats that are worse than the game, but still impressive.
Still
It's
similar.
not Knuckles punching the moon and back into orbit. Powerful.
Let me just mention they
Not
mentioned
read or know left from right though. That's hilarious.
Hang on, anyway, RGS, what were you saying?
I'm mentioning that they mentioned that Sonic Boom Knuckles can apparently punch so hard that he parts of the volcano
Hey,
give up.
his fist can blow
Yeah.
the top off a volcano, so
I
why
know
waste precious
that Knuckles
time on
is
things
capable
like
of similar
reasoning?
stuff, but it's based on Sonic.
So how much of this
Oh, he's
hallucination?
gonna he's
How
gonna
much of this
nuke the-
flashback
he's gonna nuke
actually
the whole world,
happened?
Guys, watch it.
All in a day's work.
He's gonna nuke him out of the world. Watch this.
There he goes. He's got. There he goes.
Pause.
I must go now. My planet needs me.
All right.
I love how the fact that someone actually paused.
Pause.
Remember the pause
Guys,
glitch in
let's watch.
like when Knuckles started
Ben.
like there?
Yeah.
Okay, time
Ben.
it is. Time for a death battle. Let's do
Let's
it.
watch. Let's watch.
Monkey
Kevin
versus
wanted you to
Echidna. Let's do
pause.
it.
Who
Oh,
wanted me
it's
to pause?
Guilty Gear. Oh, it's
Who
Guilty
wanted me
Gear.
to
at the
hang on? Who
start.
wanted me to pause?
Kevin did.
Oh, what is it,
What?
Kevin?
I didn't say that.
Oh, I thought you said pause.
No one
No.
said. Okay, playing.
No, I said pause.
No,
not
it's
to.
Guilty Gear Strive.
Pause
Wait,
my nuts.
who's- RGS, what did you say?
What did he
I
say?
initially said pause, but it was to mention the Knuckles thing.
Okay.
Anyway,
It's Guilty Gear Strive's soundtrack at the very
He's
start.
hungry.
It's not Strive.
He needs.
it's,
He needs the
X-Arc.
food. Oh, how
No,
convenient. Banana.
this game, no, this was in Strive. I can confirm, this was
Yeah,
absolutely
it's
in
in
Strive.
Strive. Strive wasn't
Yeah, I
out
need a
on this.
fucking
He's
snack.
eating the banana peel.
No,
He ate
no,
the
Strive-
peel.
Strive
He's
was
eating
out
the
at that time.
peel. Guys, he's
Absolutely.
eating
No,
the
this
peel.
was no
That's
way
disgusting.
Because he's an echidna.
Yeah, but this, yeah, but this is
Hi,
like the main
Donkey.
video of Strive. This sucks.
No, this was the main video.
Oh
Anyways,
no.
that's not
Oh,
the point.
wow.
The point is, an echidna
That's a
and an ape
really
are gonna
weird.
fight.
That's
Let's
a really
worry about
fucked up
that.
Donkey Kong.
That was a fusion one. It's
right.
a weird one, but it's
It's
great.
a weird looking sprite for Donkey Kong, honestly. It looks really off-putting.
It works for this fight, though. Honestly.
No, honestly, I
Plus
think
is
the
only coming up to your
proportions do
nutsack.
not.
Nice. No.
I honestly think the proportions do not work for Donkey Kong in this fight. They look very awkward. I will not
No,
lie.
I think it works.
No, yeah, you can say it works, but I think it doesn't. He looks like a human cosplaying as Donkey. He looks like a human cosplaying as Donkey Kong. Honestly.
It doesn't. Oh.
He really does. He really does. Oh no.
Love that.
It's not your best day, is it?
no, it's not.
Oh, it's oh.
Love me checking out.
Time for the donkey punch.
Oh, he doesn't know about Oh, he doesn't know about Knuckles like burrowability. Yeah, yo, Knuckles. Take that big ass save.
Look at go.
Now playing Whack-a-Knuckles.
Oh look! Oh, he's terrified.
That is good.
The environment around them.
Great.
Oh, it's awesome.
Knuckles went all dig dug on him.
as you
You thought you were.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh my god.
Only Oh no. I'm getting PTSD.
Oh
Getting
no.
PTSD.
That's great.
Like it does on
I
Nintendo.
beat this
like life in
only
the White Star
once.
segment. Oh my god.
That's great.
On my
Out of
Super Nintendo.
Out of how many attempts?
Probably about 1,000.
Oh, Knuckles is trying.
He's
to
too
get
heavy.
Hey,
He's trying to get a grip.
Wait, yeah, because right,
Yeah, they're
he's
kind
punching
of
magma
working
through.
together.
He's punching the magma rock. Yeah, he's doing that right now.
Oh
and Knuckles is dead.
Oh!
What the fuck?
Donkey Kong wins! Flawless victory!
no. Oh wait, nope. It's Knuckles.
Wait,
Just kidding.
no,
That's a really
I don't
bad fake
believe
out.
you!
that was a really good fake out, though. That was a really,
No, it
I love
wasn't.
that.
Knuckles
that was a really, that was one of the best fake outs Death Ball's ever done on us.
No, okay, not the best. No.
Donkey Kong's favorite.
One of
But
the
This
the
isn't-
death battle
You're
sucks.
tough enough to survive
No!
this very free
Come
entry
on.
into
It
space.
does.
But only
No, it
Donkey
doesn't.
Kong has also
One of the
survived
best fake outs
explosions
Death
strong
Ball's
enough to
ever
launch
done.
him into
Seamus.
No,
Don't
no,
say that,
no,
though.
one of, not the best. One of the best.
Let's
fake
listen to
outs.
Veet. Let's listen to Veet.
The Moon Donkey Kong Punch belongs to the Mario universe and is clearly smaller than our own moon. By comparing
That's not the
its
Mario
size to that
universe,
of
that's
Donkey
Donkey
Kong
Kong
Island,
verse.
we found this moon.
It's the same
Donkey Kong
universe.
and Mario take place in the
Fine.
same
Same universe, except for literally every other Nintendo IP.
Alright, guys, keep this in mind. This was before Tropical Freeze came out.
No, this is after. This is
But they
after.
did. Oh, was this after?
Hey, still
Yeah.
way better than what Knuckles
Yeah,
can
no,
do.
that's Tropical
Knuckles
Freeze.
only
That's
destroyed a
Power House on it.
receiver controlling the moon's flight path.
Fuck
And
you,
although the
Moon!
moon's orbit changed afterward, it's unreasonable to say Knuckles is responsible. He has no other
What?
feat supporting
No,
this
that-
outlier, and the moon was previously established.
Dig
to
through
move
steel!
itself due to
Dude, they said it
smart
in the games.
robot
Dig
power.
through steel! Why can't you
can't.
do that?
I can't.
Double
I can't.
claws.
I can't. I can't.
Shovel
Yeah,
claws.
where the fuck are the shovel claws?
That man wave dashed midway through the fight, yet he still lost. Melee
actually
fight
showed it as
winner
metal
is
claws
Seth
to me now.
Rogen.
Bullshit, bullshit, bullshit.
No.
Pretty bad.
Bullshit. Bullshit.
Bullshit, my
Bullshit.
dick.
Bottom
Nah.
of pretty bad.
Bullshit,
No,
my
nah.
dick.
I don't
Still
agree with
better
that at
than
all.
Mario versus Sonic.
You put it below it.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did. You put it below it. You said at the bottom of pretty bad.
Mario
No,
versus
he said
Mario
pretty
versus
bad,
Sonic,
and
so
then
an
he said
absolute
that.
failure for me.
Cope.
It's not.
me.
It's not.
Donkey
even close
Kong
to that.
would-
This is a great episode.
No,
Do me
Donkey
a
Kong
favor.
would not
Do me a
win this
favor.
fight.
Yes, he would win.
Guys,
Now,
do me a
granted,
favor.
keep
I
in
need you to-
mind they use the base with the equipment, not the super forms or anything like that that they would have. If there
Yeah,
was,
Yeah.
base form, he would
Yeah,
still
they
win.
used base form and they escalated to fucking Super Shadow in the last one.
yeah, because that's part of Super Shadow's moveset.
So is Super Knuckles.
And Super
not
Knuckles
Hyper
is part of
Knuckles.
Knuckles' moveset. Why the
It is
fuck didn't he use Super Knuckles?
Keep in mind they also didn't do that for Tails, and he won against Luigi, but that's because they used
Yeah,
Archie stuff.
yeah, I know
They
that.
used Archie and
Because
that's
Tails
dumb.
would have won against Luigi no matter
No, he
what.
wouldn't. No, he would not. No, I will. No, I will not take this. Luigi would win.
No, I will agree
Do me a
with Ben
favor,
there.
go to the
He does
store,
feel Mario. He
get a
does.
Luigi,
card.
yeah, absolutely.
Make
I
sure you have
still
enough
think.
money
Oh,
in
I
your
fucking
bank
hate that
account.
episode.
Yeah,
Wait, here's
let
the thing.
me-
Let me get my thoughts on this episode real quickly. If there was Super Knuckles, Donkey Kong would still win due to scaling to Mario. We already know Mario's just
Nope.
fucking broken.
No, no,
Yes,
no, no,
he
no,
would.
no,
No, they
No,
said
no,
that
Ben.
because the
Ben,
power-ups
it's
are
no
similar, that
okay.
they would counter each other.
No, that's not what I meant. In terms of raw fucking power.
Yeah.
Do I need to remind you how powerful Mario is again?
They said that the
Yeah,
Super
but
Knuckles
you're
form and
doing
the
it
Hyper
really
Banana,
well.
whatever the fuck power-up, they counter each other. So it wouldn't really
Oh
do
yeah,
anything.
you're right. They did say that. Yeah, you have a point. I forgot about
Okay,
that.
okay. Let me
Forgot
let
they
me
said
say let me say this as slow as possible because I was muted during my apparent
Again?
tirade. Let me say this as slow as possible. Knuckles could only go pink Knuckles with the Super Emeralds. Were we
Legit.
fighting on the Angel Islands? No, we were fighting on Congo Island. And even with the Super Emeralds, would he really have stood a chance?
No.
No.
Exactly.
Hang on.
Exactly.
We've seen him.
I mean, and it
Why
sucks
you
to say
bringing
this
this
because,
up?
and it sucks
Hang
to
on,
say
hang
this
on.
because I'm a huge Sonic fan. Yet I still think Donkey Kong has far stronger strength feats than Knuckles does. I'm sorry.
Donkey
Even them
Kong
ones.
can
And
win, but the fact that they don't
I'm
even
even talking. I'm
bother.
talking against bias because I love Sonic more than I do Mario, honestly. And yet Donkey Kong,
Seamus,
honestly,
if you're gonna
is
bring
more
up
powerful.
strength feats, name one.
Okay.
Name one.
I've talked to other people's I've talked into other people's debates there, so I'm gonna mute myself just in case. So I don't
I
push the
mean-
boundaries.
I mean, okay. For me, outside the lack of super forms, which I'm fine with because they do counter each other, it's a very funny episode. I genuinely really like the analysis. It's a bit weird in Knuckles' case because they use Sonic Boom and Sonic X, but they have worse feats than the games.
Oh, no.
I do wish they showed a few more
Oh.
game feats as well. I do wish they showed that, but animation wise, I really love the animation. It's great. You can knock the Donkey Kong sprite if you want, but it works perfectly here.
No, it
Like
doesn't.
yes, it does.
Come on now.
it
absolutely
Both
does.
the Knuckles and the Donkey
no,
Kong
it
sprite will both
no.
custom
Player
sprites.
playing Donkey
No.
Kong.
No, it
It looks
doesn't.
nothing like
It
a monkey.
works-
I'm sorry.
It works
No,
perfectly.
You can, you
It's
can,
like
don't
you
look
can
at monkey.
literally
You
see
know,
you can
no.
literally see Donkey Kong's jock strap midway through the fight.
What,
That is
Dr.
not a
Drop?
monkey.
What are you
all
talking
right?
about?
No.
What are you talking about?
You can see like him wearing a waistcoat, like he's a WWE wrestler, like it multiple.
that was
parts
a
of the
shadow.
fight.
So
That
to
was
be
a
fair,
shadow.
to be
No,
fair
no,
about the
RGS wants to say
sprite,
something.
No,
RGS wants to say something. RGS wants to say something. What
Guys.
do you want to say?
First, I wanted to tell everybody to calm down a little bit.
No.
We are kind of getting a bit off track.
Again, Donkey Kong's jockstrap.
No, I want to go. Let
Everyone
RGS talk.
lose their
Let
mind.
RGS talk. Let RGS talk. Let him talk.
Right. My opinion. Remember what we talked about. You can't just say, "Oh, he scales to Mario," and not give context, like I did with Knuckles. If Knuckles scales to Supersonic, then that means Knuckles would win because he's equal to Supersonic. Remember, that's what we said. However,
Right.
I will grant you that maybe Donkey Kong could be Knuckles. However, that's only because it's Knuckles at base, and he's not using the Great Heat Attack, and he's not really using a lot of the techniques he's shown in Sonic Battle. But that's my opinion. I still think the argument is relatively fine. Just the issue is that because they're using a moon feat, it kind of doesn't feel very conclusive when there's a lot more impressive stuff they could use from both series.
Not as strong as you thought you were.
I mean,
Oh,
let me finish what I want. I agree with RGS. Well, let me finish what I was trying to say about the Donkey Kong sprite. Because may not kid, but in terms of like the over exaggeratedness, especially what the fight's going for, this over exaggerated nature, it works so well. And I don't know if any other sprite would really work that well, especially when he's like
Donkey Kong
smacking the
Country
ground.
would
You can
work
the
fine.
sprite, the what?
Donkey Kong Country sprite would work
No,
fine.
it would not. No, God, no. That would make it worse.
Hell to the no.
Excuse me, I have to agree. It would have meshed horribly with.
No,
Okay,
yeah,
so
it would not work.
Sonic 3 and Knuckles. No, it would have meshed horribly.
My concession is the Smash Flash 2 sprite sheet.
So that did not exist when this episode came out.
Not one that
That did
advanced.
not exist. I would agree.
The point in this fight was to make Donkey Kong seem larger than he was against Knuckles, because Knuckles is actually quite short and small, whereas Donkey Kong is huge.
Yeah, I do like that.
That's the point of the fight,
Yeah,
and I think they pulled it off quite well.
I liked the comedic and over-exaggerated nature of this fight, which is why I think the sprite really works, because it really does show that over-exaggerated nature, especially when... I think the power of the hits really do work with the sprite as well. That's just me, though. I don't know. I would put it at... Where would I put it? Pretty damn good somewhere. I had to think about it. I'm gonna let Gizmo go, because I do kind of have to think about it. Let me just drag this up, like, in a temporary spot. Gizmo, you can talk. I'm just gonna... put it right there for now, just to think.
Like, okay, yeah, look, I can see why someone might think that the Donkey Kong sprite's a little off, but I wouldn't say it's a big deal. Like, for this, keep in mind this was after Superman versus Goku 2. I think at this point, the person who created that sprite was still working on it. That's why it looks like he's like learning something on his hips. Well, like I said, Mugen's. You have to keep in mind, Mugen sprites or just sprites in general take a lot of time to create.
Right.
You know, whether it be it's for a fighting game, beat 'em up game, or just art, it takes a lot of time and effort to make it look and be the way that the creator wants it to be. So with that, and it would have looked a lot worse if they tried to use the Donkey Kong Country sprites, especially Donkey Kong Country 1 from the Super Nintendo, because, look, they tried doing the same thing with Mortal Kombat characters outside of, let's say, Scorpion. They didn't look as good as anyone said or thought they would. They had no excuse to use those sprites when custom sprites and arcade sprites looked a lot better. But I'm going off topic. Enough about the sprites. The fight was good. It was funny enough. It fit the tone. It really did fit the tone, considering Donkey Kong really does get into like hilarious shenanigans. And while Knuckles is the sort of kind of more serious character, when compared to Sonic, he still gets into some. Yeah, exactly. He still gets into some funny shit, especially when it comes to his lines. You know, the Yeah, especially when it comes to the to his lines and random situations he comes in. We've all seen Sonic 2. He's trying to read a text and he's like dot dot dot. He's literally reading the dots out loud. No one does that except unless you're doing it ironically. And this guy's doing it seriously. He was like dot dot dot. They portrayed the characters well enough, and I don't think it would have made a difference even if they were to put in the super form for Knuckles and the power ups for Donkey Kong. And if anything, I think it would have added an unnecessary amount of time to the death battle too. Because what are you gonna do? What are they gonna do exactly that they already haven't been doing all this time? And the same thing.
You're out of time, Gizmo.
Okay, so if I had to put this anywhere, man, where would I put it? I guess I would put it in pretty damn good. I
had to think about it for a while. You want to know where I would put it?
Where?
I'll put it above the Yoshi episode, personally.
I actually would. You know what? Sure, but if anything, I will put it right above.
Yeah.
I put it right above 18 versus Marvel.
Where's that? Oh, that high? Let me think.
Yeah, I put it at that high. It's not as flashy as other episodes, but it works. It works because of how grounded they're able to make it, and still be a spectacle.
Yeah, I'm 50-50 on that. I'll take
guys.
RGS. Yeah, RGS. Yeah, it's your turn, RGS. I'll have you go.
First off, I already mentioned that, I would concede that Donkey Kong would win a fight with Knuckles if, we actually were to kind of look at it fairly. I'm just saying, though, that there are much more impressive feats in both their different series that you could use instead of the Moon feat. That's my opinion.
Yeah.
The sprite is very awkward, and I could have sworn there is a much better sprite sheet that they could use. The one that's kind of like Mario RPG styled, if you know what I mean. Like from the Partners in Time game.
About that,
I know the sprite you're talking about, but it was also very limited. Like his down smash, for example, it's not very good.
Yeah, but it still would fit more with the fight going on, if you know what I mean. And plus, they're fucking. They were owned by Rooster Teeth at the time. They could.
I don't know. I know the sprite you're talking about. The arms are too short. Like it wouldn't have been able to express that exaggerated nature, so to speak. That's just my opinion.
Okay, fine. It's still just the case where I do think that the reliance on the Mugen does make it look very awkward. It's still the case where maybe it was the best they got, but it still is something you can still critique. I personally liked the more comedic moments of the actual fights. I thought, it added some decent personality. The issue, I think, is the overuse of the oh no. You don't want to use it too much, in my opinion. I think they overused it a bit too much.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Gizmo does a perfect impression of that. Holy shit.
Oh no.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh no. Okay, now,
and you've awakened the beast.
I'm sorry. Yes, please go. Yes. I'm
right.
Sorry. You went quiet there, RGS.
Yeah, you got silent.
I think his headphones died. Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
Oh no.
Oh my fucking Jesus, Jiminy Cricket.
Oh, you're back. You're back. Thank God.
Right.
He even said Jiminy Cricket.
Jiminy Cricket.
Why? Because I want to swear.
A lot of you folks don't believe that.
Let him talk.
Right. If you keep talking over me again, I'm gonna get 5 minutes. You're gonna give me too much screen time.
Okay, I was given like 3 minutes for Ryuko and Shadow, so
go, RGS, go.
Right. Point is, the fight is decent for what it is. I do disagree that if the super forms were added in, that Knuckles would still lose. I think it does add a different layer to it because Knuckles is more intelligent with his use of chaos energy and such, and that's in the games. I'm not talking about in like Archie or whatever. And again, to counter Seamus's point, I think them being like made into different versions is good because at least it makes a more cohesive argument. Because if you just mention Archie everything, it gets really annoying.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, like I mean, I would agree with you with the Archie's part because if that messes with things like man. I mean, I agree. Yeah,
Just wait until Death Battle does Archie versus Juggernaut.
Archie Knuckles
That would be
versus
awesome.
Juggernaut. That's bullshit.
Oh,
No,
dude, I always wanted to have Juggernaut be represented in Death Battle. I just never know who
Yeah,
they put in.
Juggernaut would be actually really cool. Actually, I was kind of
Juggernaut, bitch.
Anyway, I'm getting off track. Maybe I am gonna get that.
all Juggernaut.
Voice Juggernaut
Yeah.
like Fat Albert if you give me
Seamus,
the credit to do so.
No, guys, let RGS finish. Let RGS finish. He hasn't even finished his thing yet.
Yeah.
Right, to cut this whole thing short, because I am kind of getting too much screen time. The idea of the fight is good. The execution, kind of meh, but at least you can still enjoy it for what it is. It doesn't matter if you disagree with the argument or disagree with the result. At least it's fine for what it is, and I can acknowledge it. I just don't like the overuse of memes. I did like the use of Knuckles as sound clips. I just think they used that one line a bit too much. I did like the comedy in it, and it did work rather decent. It's just a case of it's good for what it is. I would put it in pretty damn good, and I would kind of place that between. Actually, yeah, let's place it where it is now. That's actually fair.
Yeah.
For once.
That's the place I'm stuck at. Okay, Seamus, you're up. You're the last one. Let me get my timer up again. There it is. All right, 3, 2, 1. Oh wait, hang on. Ah, shit! I have to type in the timer again. Fuck! Give me a second.
You know what you're
All right,
do?
go.
This sounds like a meme from Hi-Fi Rush, but I've been playing that game like man, it's amazing. But I digress. The point is, the DK sprite is AWFUL awful because you can see his jockstrap in there. It's lanky. And he's not even Lanky Kong, so honestly...
I was about to say.
Yeah, he's Lanky Kong without being Lanky Kong, and that's not a good look, because he shoots...
1 minute. 1 minute remaining. 1 minute remaining.
If he shoots you, he's gonna hurt first. He's a leader, master of the DK crew. He's
50
the first
seconds.
of the DK crew. DK, Donkey Kong.
You got 45
DK,
seconds, Seamus.
Donkey Kong is here. The point is, Knuckles was kind of given a little bit of a roll deal because like he couldn't use his steel like cunning abilities even though that Death Battle gave into them. But Donkey Kong is admittedly the more powerful character, so I will give him that. As much as my Sonic bias wants to say, dude, Knuckles takes it. No, Donkey Kong has a far larger strength threshold than Knuckles. I'm sorry, even with my bias, Donkey Kong takes it. But that sprite for Donkey Kong, it looks
5 seconds.
It looks awful.
You're out of time.
Honestly, it was in the middle of it could have been fine. It was fine for me because that god awful Donkey Kong sprite.
You mean it was fine? Right.
Yeah, middle of it was fine because that sprite was a sight for sure.
Let me go through the votes.
Or lack thereof, rather.
Right. Let me go through the votes. So 2 votes were pretty bad. 1 vote for it was fine, and 3 for pretty damn good. So that's pretty damn good win. So where should it go? So Gizmo, where'd you say what you would put again?
So I would put him above 18 versus Marvel.
18 versus Marvel. I'm looking at the wrong tier list again. God damn it. All right. So you said over 18. Me and RGS said between Yoshi and Red Hood. And the Shimas, Kevin, and Alex.
Yeah, below
Alex
versus
are at the bottom. So I think an equal ratio would be what would be an equal like here?
An equal ratio would be below Captain Marvel versus Shazam. I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, well, how about right here? What would you go?
No,
we'll do below.
I would say,
right.
I would say at least that fight ended well. Whereas Donkey Kong in there, like the sprite was terrible, whereas the sprites in that were actually pretty good.
All right, so let's spin the wheel one more time, and I'll end the volume, and we'll start the next one. So here we go. What's gotta be next time? What's gotta be next?
Let's
week?
do it.
Here we go.
Let's see. Spin again. Give me spin again. Come on. No, it's not spin.
Oh
again.
shit!
Oh,
I love this one.
Yeah!
Oh, this one's awful.
I love this one.
I'm sorry.
This one. This one's literally
I
just
am
a curb
sorry.
stomp.
I am sorry.
No.
And?
The girl from Elfin Lead.
Okay. In
Lucy.
fairness, guys. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm gonna mute myself until the fight itself because I do not want to get
Yeah,
ruined by.
we're ending the volume and then we're gonna start it up.
No.
Alright,
I'm
so-
not. I refuse to get ruined by Elfin Lead and.
Oh,
right. I will. I'm gonna
Don't
wait
bring the
until
manga into the equation.
I'm gonna
Yeah, the
wait until
manga's
this.
here, yeah.
I am going to wait until this battle
Yeah.
starts before I make my evaluation. I'm gonna base this purely on the battle and not the evaluation because I
The
do
curb
not
stop.
because considering
No one
the
cares.
okay, let me consider this. Death Battle ruined the entire story of Sanji in One Piece for no fucking reason because it had nothing to do with the fight against Rock Lee.
He talked about his
That's my
origins.
reason.
We need to end the volume.
Seamus.
Alright, we'll see you in...
Ben,
What?
Ben, one more thing.
What?
One more thing to say to the audience.
Alright.
Don't be afraid to disagree with the common consensus. Just have evidence and then point it out, just like I did with Doom.
But the internet said so!
Yeah, but
Internet.
the internet is bullshit. If it means anything.
Oh no, the internet's coming! Alex, quickly, end the volume!
Oh god, we gotta go before the internet gets us. Bye guys, use code MEF for 10% off a dubby.